Exactly. All right. And 3, 2.
I haven't seen him for quite some time and don't quite remember when I last seen him. Been a few days at least.
I appreciate it. Okay. Ask others around.
Of course.
In my country, abroad,
We still have.
they
So
have
I think we were going to get some
a festival
we had some
hosted
left
by
over. Not too much left.
One of the houses.
Go see our communities, and you should have some for you. It is very good for medical equipment. You get quite a net job.
Quite fun during the day, during the night.
it's quite feisty.
I think back in mine, say if we were to go out and it was originally meant for like a way to ward off evil spirits. Still is. But back in my
Oh no, it's
my
where
home
everything
planet.
wanders. It's who, it's not good. It's open invitation, but whether they welcome you or not is another situation. I do have a poster around the front of the place. If you were to look at it, it shows the location of through the Nexus.
Okay.
Sir Tempest, do you have a moment?
No, it's
Of course.
So I inquired with
Good day, and I hope your
Doctor.
vision requires you well.
inquired with the doctor about pains and pain and such, and it's been bothering me quite a bit. I know that
The book, it simply says, you can just call me Square Man or Man of the Abyss. It doesn't bother me. As he scribbles one last thing into it, it simply says, though I am about to go on a mission, so if I'm not here, feel free to
Speaking of
somebody
which-
on the stand.
We're gathering up near the entrance. Wait.
Well, what we could do, if you don't want to travel alone, we could set up a job. Out of your pocket, mind you. And we could set it up in a way that it's not too expensive, but we can have a small group of men with you so you're not alone.
I would assume that if we are able to retrieve multiple, we can sell it to them.
That is a possibility as well. is what we'll do. We'll try to set something up to go and fetch some crystals. If you have a location, yes?
I will have to find one. I was told to ask the goblin. I will figure out the information.
The goblin is not around, so you'll have to find someone else.
Try the mage guild. Maybe they might know.
What did you say your name was?
Just came back not for too long. Not a bad idea.
Oh, welcome back.
You
Days
show
of training.
You look like that. I think people are gonna
I was out
understand
somewhere
who you
doing
are.
some training.
Yes.
I figured if I was on my own,
Well, the festival
traveling,
of death is full of mind and magic trickery.
Guten Morgen, Fräulein.
something Torg told me
While I am
about.
acquainted, it's
And I could say I got
very
better.
dark magic. It's very dark.
Apologies.
presence.
Good morning.
Something I'm not.
Wait, it's the same?
Is it?
Indeed, so if you believe in yourself, that's kind of...
Depends on one's perspective, but simple pleasantry.
Daytime.
Ah, I see.
One thing I have always explained to people is
Morning.
The
I
festival
can't
of death
believe
is
it.
always
I got it
fun.
mixed up again.
During the daytime, whether it be
Now I
people
know.
celebrating, whether
Hey,
people
teach
doing
him, like,
mystical
feed this
things,
services.
whether it go to the daily duels.
Like me.
It's a fun time. But at night, it's...
These powers are not for combat.
I'd rather people not be around.
Plus, my mentor didn't really teach me how to fight. He taught me mainly how to control.
Yeah, it is.
What if you made a boot sword, huh?
Oh, hold on. Would you be willing to join our mission?
Hey, wait, I just got back.
We are down to minutes.
My apologies. I saw it.
I don't understand what you're asking.
One was in the citadel.
Saved on time. Do you want to join a mission? We're missing a person, so I'm coming out here.
You don't know anything about this character. That's a strange thing to ask someone you don't know.
That's fine. I'm just fighting it. I'm staying out of RP. Do you want to join a
My
mission?
apologies. That's all small thing.
Probably not, no.
No? Okay, cool. What's next?
I got the most freezing headache ever. It's like a brain freeze.
I feel my nightmare had that tonight.
Squidman holds up a book. It simply says, we are missing one on a mission. Does anyone here want to go on a mission? We're only missing one member.
Is Steel on that mission?
Yeah.
He writes, yes.
Me. Yes. Okay. See ya.
Oh.
Well, you know what?
Mario Kart.
Hold on.
Oh.
Don't
Seal
worry.
for one, just like
Squidman, hurry up. Let's go.
I got somebody. They're running over.
Yeah, your
Wait, Master, hold on.
your best friend.
You're winding. I'm sorry.
Your best friend volunteered. I prefer you.
Oh, Link beat me with.
I mean, I appreciate what you're trying to
I
do.
should have asked for a rock, paper, scissors
Wanna
match and she
unite
gets
us
it.
again.
Nuts.
It's hard to do so in times like this.
I know, but it's...
Okay. Now if you have to go on the mission mindset.
We'll see how the festival goes.
On casino, but that encounter.
Tomorrow.
If you stretch
Tomorrow.
yourself too thin, you're gonna become exhausted.
Oh, wait, shit.
Trust me,
So
I'm
careful.
fine.
You just got back.
Master's orders.
I'm fine. Trust me.
Okay, glad she went. Glad she volunteered.
I trust your word. You say you're fine,
If
I'm
anything,
not gonna push it.
if anything, I have too much energy
yeah,
on
Master-
me.
Sir,
Don't
Steel.
worry about it.
Alright, well,
Master
feel
still
free to
free.
expend it
They
as
are
you see
mental.
fit then.
Of course.
Well, yeah, well, my mentor, but I like to call him Master. He's really got that big muscle.
Make
to call himself a
It
master.
happens, yeah.
Do you see any, I've heard reports of them trying to spread around the news about the festival. There's some people going around and just warn the people about the nighttime.
So if anyone's talking about the festival, just to
You're touching
mention,
your head a
probably
lot,
attend the
Mama. Do
daytime
you have a
part, but not the
headache, too?
nighttime part.
That and,
my very bad
if they want to be a part of it, if they want to be so curious, then tell them it's going to be dangerous at the least.
Yeah.
Don't accept any weird rituals.
I was on a
I'll let them know. If I hear anyone
The night
talking
can
about it,
be
I'll
fun
intervene.
if you
Is it a
are
good morning?
mentally and physically prepared.
Corpses started running
If-
at me,
A lot of people aren't.
and I was frozen to the ground.
A lot of people aren't. That's why the warnings are there.
Like, what do you
Granted.
call them?
I'll let people know. If anyone brings it up, I'll
Undead?
make sure to mention it.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
of course.
yeah, undead.
Good morning,
They
Nix.
started walking towards me. And all of a
Good
sudden,
morning.
One ran up to me.
Nix,
Now
speaking
it
of
comes on me.
something that you may like.
My whole vision was clouded in darkness.
Likewise.
Of course,
Yes, that's
any
when I woke
info I should know somehow.
Oh, don't worry. It was just a bad
Well,
dream.
simply someone's
No way it
looking
can be
for
real.
a decent amount of
Plus, if there
cold
was
steel.
undead, then
Which
we
if you
would
know
be
from
right
the
there with
Cold
you.
Cold steel.
There's cold
It
steel, cold iron.
says that it could be a warning about the
It's
future.
used to combat Fey. If you watch
I haven't seen them around.
Just
as far as
The
recent.
future.
Not the report, but I've heard about iron.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
kind
okay.
of do with some zombies.
Maybe
things
not
that
very
different
much.
from mine.
By that is
Most
all.
likely,
Oh, yeah,
sanity.
don't worry. I'll take care of the undead for you.
But always remember, you always can.
Does anyone know, did the sun go down? Or is it just constantly bright here?
I keep that in
Just pick some up.
It's constantly twilight.
Yeah, fair enough. Speak to him personally.
Say what?
Of course. Next.
Public one of
I don't know. It seems like another apocalypse scenario.
Something that you may be interested in.
I
As a
survived
result.
except
no more
for, like,
scarier than the Umbrals.
You were talking about how you're wanting to get
They
yourself
all
into
kind of like them in a way.
Balom,
They were
right?
human.
Balom is holding its
That's a little creepy.
Morning, Theodore.
yearly festival of death,
Morning.
as it
How
may
is
be
your
said.
day so far?
Yeah, no stones, dead human
Fine.
corpses.
It's a very
Just,
fun thing during the day
wondering.
when night is
Walking around, seeing who's around. Say good
a lot
morning
of
to the
robbery,
people,
a lot of rituals, a lot of.
Very good. Never met our guy.
I think
Are
you'll like it.
you interested
I
of
think
joining the
certainly.
To say
Aether
the least,
military?
it's your
We
kind
are
of
starting
shtick.
recruitment for the local populace.
I don't think you should think about it too
I'm
much.
not sure if I should.
Should probably take your
I know they
mind off
haven't
of
something
your
I'm
open
still
nights.
kind of
to the
paid to defend this
full
I'm on
island.
the
day.
as
I
training
know
you.
you're
today.
not a fan of
Just in
magic,
a
Even though
different
I was
way.
training while I was gone, I still got more to do.
but you at least kind of look
No,
style.
Tempest Knights.
Looks pretty snaz.
Oh, hi.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine, you probably don't recognize me without my armor.
I still gotta
Joel.
sharpen up my skills. You don't gotta give him the
Tempest
I
Knights.
don't want
You
to.
met me
enough.
before with
I gotta keep up my
a lot
training.
more
But I
or
would
else
say
I'm
at
gonna
the
get
least.
more,
Of course, my apologies.
or I'm gonna lose.
Usually I see
It's fine.
soldiers
You know,
in
my
like
The reason why I bring it up,
common
there
clothing.
may be some resources
training
there
arena.
that might be able to help
I
you on
decided
this.
See you
that it
around,
would
Waffle Knight.
change it up every once in a
Here
while.
on Otis.
I don't really feel like I have to
They
be in
go
full
into
plate
deep
here anymore,
dark
so.
pots that are not even recorded sometimes.
You should be comfortable from now on, especially we have a good garrison up and running, plus reinforcements from the local populace and the Mercenaries Guild, and of course, other houses such as the Tempest Knights Guild.
I mean, we can't. I don't try to enforce anything here for the most part. It's mainly bringing in magic for the crystal or
Well, I think my hat would look good on a flag for the ship.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
exactly. That's what I was thinking. I think that hat on a flag seems silly for some reason.
You know,
Is he running?
Well, you don't casually just reach in and try to get a five-finger distance. There's always
So
some
many
sort of
eyes.
capable magic that's preventing you.
Just move.
Smart. I should think about getting that on some other stuff.
well, I hope you find whatever you're looking for. And
Where did it go?
Hello, Sergeant.
Elbow drop or whatever.
I'm having a class very soon. That still hurts, by the way. You know when you clotheslined me in the middle of the square?
This building will do.
I'm catching up with these three that I
the
haven't talked
magistrate?
to in
Could I
so
get
long.
some financial compensation for that?
Take your time.
I mean, it might make it hard to do my job.
I don't know.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
The merchandise should be over there.
I know where the stalls are.
yeah, you can go sit down somewhere.
It doesn't load like
Rest.
cameras does. Anyways.
First of all,
Pick a place. We'll go sit.
Yeah, so if you want to give me the link. Anyways.
I'm told I'm taking the day off.
I'm gonna talk to Doctor about this whole thing that happened.
Well,
Yellow tree. Why not?
He's clumping up in groups.
I look like before and what I look like now. So
Your physiology has been changing dramatically.
yes, I touched the crystal. It kind of exploded on my face, and now I've seen the ground.
Interesting. This is magical means, of course, correct?
I believe so. It's a crystal that I got from someone, and now I felt like I've aged.
With your permission, may I have a blood sample so I can study possibly any changes in your body? I have some mages within my guild who could also look at the changes.
Holy and Decay are very close to being
opposites. It's the reason why the staff exists in the first place, to try to understand that balance.
Apologize. Does hurt, does sting, but I will overlook it. If I find results, I will let you know.
Who are
Thank you,
you?
Doctor.
Of course.
Doctor, what gave me what happened?
That's the second time told to
Very well.
us this week, but
Often I want a lollipop.
doesn't matter. Trust me, I already know.
Thank you.
There we go. You're very good.
For a free lollipop. Should you require
Blood. Okay.
You can keep
I
going.
wanna ask
They
what he
have
wants
to
to do.
practice. I think you were the one that wanted to like the blood magic, right?
Yeah. Actually, I'm a ghoul as of just a couple days ago.
There's some preservatives, some food. I need the
Let's just
guard.
Yeah, pretty cool, right? All off the light.
So you're dead.
You'll have a lot of leftovers from
I am?
Do you have a heart? Do you have a heart? If any of you have a lovely sweet tooth.
How do you tell?
Aether does not have any resources itself. I have to outsource.
I can understand that. I'd be happy to pay of any sort, of any kind. And also, if you find any adventurers, I'm sure some will want
This
No.
to me already is all of the medical
So you have something to
Right
hide.
over there, by the big crystal. It's not for the another
You
30
see what I
minutes.
have to hide is my face.
Well, that doesn't work because I
You kind of already know what you
saw
look
your
like.
face. Yeah, that's kind of, you're working backwards now, sir.
You always run.
Oh well.
I
More
don't
than welcome to spread it
regardless.
around.
Doesn't
This
matter.
one in a hurry.
I hope that didn't cause too much trouble or anything. Did that?
No, actually, speaking of that, no, because I have 10% of your magic power.
Oh. Hello, sir.
This doesn't surprise me anymore.
Guten Tag.
Sorry about my
What was that?
possessed barrel.
Is everything okay?
Oh. Yeah, it's just my cursed barrel.
Where did you go?
Then we have everything still alive.
Want some soup? It's good. It's got no potatoes, unfortunately. But
Sorry. My bad.
vegetable stew is good for you.
Doesn't smell too bad.
I'm an amazing cook. What are you talking about?
Wonderful.
What the fuck is that?
Also, it's great to see you after the Nexus. Thank you once again for doing what you did to my staff. I wasn't sure what was going on.
It's no issue.
Please, look at us a lot.
Serena. He's a bad
I'm
host.
glad to reassure
Oh, that is nice. A moment.
Of course. What was that phrase again?
They wouldn't want to see a leader injured, would they?
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
What I like about that. But when it comes to nature, sometimes it comes secondhand, or sometimes it just falls in the moment. Some matters, some forests are more magical than others. Mine more magical than most. It depends on the place and time. Some forests are actually more mundane, more you're not able to pick up on it.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, he also had a fellow beak. Could not speak. He had to hand sign. But interesting fellow. Perhaps you should speak to him eventually. He's might be up your alley.
Perhaps. I'm having to remember a song of the desert.
I believe I recall you singing
Yeah,
something one time.
business to conclude. I'm sorry. Still a bit tired from yesterday.
Alright.
Maybe the medic clinic would have stuff for old people.
Well, I'll see if I can find someone to carry the barrel in. I will talk to you later, sir. Dr. Wright.
contact there, but it just looks like everybody's not in the shops or nothing. Which is problematic.
I don't know. What do old people like?
Yeah, I don't know. I know you like wine.
I think they like fruit. And like really hard candies that taste like disgusting. And I know what old people like. I know what old people like more than anything.
Yeah.
Profit. And gold. Platinum.
I don't have any of that. I have gold though. We get books,
Hard candies that taste disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna get him wine too, because he likes wine.
That person looks.
Open up the barrel, you see fiery spiral going down and down.
Hi.
Creatures and mountain nations flying within.
I'm Gizgot.
Yeah, sorry about that. We don't really know you, so we decided to say hi. Oh, yeah, I'm Janica. That's Gizgot. We're just, introducing ourselves, because, that's regular people things to do.
That's what I'm told normal people do.
I don't know. Hello.
Oh, hi. For a minute there, I thought she was gonna do the thing when they don't say anything and they walk away, but I didn't talk very much, so she didn't get the chance to do that.
It's okay.
Yeah, no.
I like it when you talk.
Yeah, sorry to bother you.
I just want to say hi. You seem like you're alone.
I am alone.
Yeah, I've never seen you here before, so I decided to say hello. Oh.
I like your outfit though. It's very, very cool. My clothes are in the wash, so this is my clothes that I'm wearing for now. My cool clothes are washing.
Not even people at the blacksmith today.
Oh, I need to go to the blacksmith.
Ah, hey, look, there's
Do you want to experience that for a moment?
Hi.
Well, I didn't want to bother you, but I wanted to say hi. If you ever need anything, just ask for me. Gizgot.
Oh yeah, she runs business or something. I don't really know what she does. But anyway, if you need anything, you let me know. I do everything around here. So you have a good day.
How does one enter Redwall?
Huh?
How does one enter Redwall?
Oh, so the gates, if you follow the road, there's those steps, and then there's, like the I think they call him a golem, and then you talk to the golem, and then you give them the information that you want to go someplace, and they activate the circle. And then you go to Redwall. Redwall is like it's like a little town. It's got like a boat and some water and
there's leviathans occasionally.
Yeah, if they ask you to go fishing, don't go fishing, chap.
Yeah, don't go fishing unless you want a big giant leviathan and it's not a fun time.
No. It's really not a fun time. They said, go fishing. It'd be great, they said. And then all of a sudden there's water and explosions and stuff, and you don't even get anything at the end. They give you 1 gold coin. They say, here, this is for helping. I got more money from giving the Archmage fruit punch. Damn. But yeah. But other than that, yeah, you just go that way. Yeah. If you need anything, you just let me know. Otherwise, I have to go check on my friend. Tara's on that way.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask him about stores. Come on.
Bye, lady that I don't know your name.
9.
The glory,
This must be solved.
for lack of a better
We need to
term.
find a
Yeah,
better.
okay.
Seeing
And
the
they've been
world
kidnapped.
and
They come in strange colors too.
beating up bad guys for a greater cause.
She is sick.
All the stories that my father.
You get down, the neck hurts.
I need a baker!
Well, I thought. Ow. You can't fucking get down. I'm not that big, bitch.
Good morning. Or evening. I can never tell you.
Is it?
Go on. Go on.
I'm not sure.
What determines whether it is good or not? I've been pondering this.
Have you ever
Determines
considered
if what is good or not.
wiping your feet before climbing the fucking stairs?
There's nothing to
Good
wipe your
morning
feet
or
on.
evening is.
It's all dirt.
You could try. You could try.
Don't fucking what? There you go.
You got it. You got issues.
You're one of them.
And how are you doing?
Sometimes.
Where's my fountain?
I'm not
I
hungry.
need to replace some of the lily pads.
That is good.
I believe one of your dwarves is sick. He has turned green.
Oh dear.
Yes. A very loud
Are
one.
you sure it's not just a goblin? He's very easily mistakable.
I don't know.
What is your name, if I may ask?
Do you need it?
Yes, what can I do for you?
I mean, I introduce myself to most people here. Sure, you can have mine, Serena.
Fire crystals.
Giving it so freely, I see. My name is Amity.
I have nothing to hide.
Wander in the woods, but locally in this area, I'm not too sure.
Why would this
Pleasure to
imply
meet
you
you.
need to hide? What are you hiding from?
Well, nothing. That's why I've given you my name. But typically, people who hide their names are hiding from someone or something for one reason or another.
I see.
There was one tribe I remember
I understand you're looking for information on something.
in a cave that had fire
Was he?
crystals.
That is...
There's a
Yes.
area.
Right.
There's flaming creatures there.
Might I inquire
Do you know
as to what?
They've always harvested them as a rite of passage.
I can quickly explain.
And he did not make it back.
A person. A mage. And
Do
I
they
can
have a
look into anyone
description?
on my notes.
I never saw his
Male?
face.
And a name.
I would have to give them
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Vervante?
I would say
Yes.
there are at least
Veravandi.
5 or 6, yes.
Do you have a
that guy
description
sounds
of what they
familiar.
look like?
As I said,
Met that guy before.
I did not see their face.
Seasoning, of course.
I swear I've heard that name before.
Well, if you come on.
Haven't we heard-
anything-
We could theoretically ask the head of the Mages College. All mages in Aether are registered there, or at least most of them.
You see the location here.
Where do they keep their registry?
Halifax.
Recently they've connected an access portals to that.
In
I
the
can
big
show
tower.
you. It's this way.
The mountains to the north, there's a small road there. Very, very rarely traveled. Leads directly to that village.
Sweeping
Few people there I know
Yeah,
speak common,
you're fucking
so
tracking dirt everywhere.
ask there for fire crystals, and they'll lead you to the cave.
I can never remember. Like, if you can grab it,
Oh, I need to feed the trees today. Fuck. I keep forgetting to do that.
How do you feed a tree? They do not have mouths.
Oh, like
This would be the Mages College. I think it's
there a
rather
mage in the
open
house?
door. If you
Hello. Has anyone seen
Hello.
any of the mages?
no. we're
Hello, I'm
actually
a
looking
mage.
for them.
I am the mage.
No,
Apologies.
Do you have any locator
Do you want me
spells?
to,
Oh. Like,
I do not.
what was it called? Scrying?
One of these people.
Hmm. I have a friend who's looking for a bottle.
The mage tremble in fear.
I wouldn't do that. That's a bit. You probably actually scare people. He's harmless. It's fine. He's just an idiot sometimes.
What? Yeah,
What was that?
Huh?
An idiot
Oh.
with magic. That's very dangerous.
Well, I'm not an idiot!
He's not an idiot.
What?
Exactly.
I do light and dark magic. What the fuck? Who's fucking with the hello?
He's been here for a while
Also
and he
blind.
still doesn't know that that's a mage that can, yes.
What?
That little one has been around for quite some time.
Blind and deaf. And
Oh.
he practices magic. Great.
Hey, I feel like that's a personal. You're personally attacking me right now. Don't know
You
what.
did ask what to a woman who was no more than probably 3 feet from you.
This is where they typically gather, though. They'll do classes here where they test and find out people's affinities and things of that nature. But it would seem that the lead mage, whatever you would call him, is not in at the moment.
Halifax.
Califax, that's it. Hmm.
I see. I am familiar with this
I hope
name.
that helps. Ah, good.
He does have a tendency
Other
to
than
forget
that-
people. Quite often, in fact.
Other than that, I'm not sure where else, aside from just asking people constantly, where you could potentially find whether or not your person is even here.
I have been told of a place called Redwall. Are you familiar
Oh, we
with
were
how
actually
to
going to
get
go there soon.
I haven't been there yet.
Perhaps they can join us.
How have you known?
I've never been there either.
I'm the groundskeeper. I have to ground the keeping the grounds. My life is difficult, okay?
If you'd like to accompany
I'm always
us,
busy.
you may.
You try tending the grounds.
I don't need to.
I will.
Because they have someone like you.
Wonderful.
Well, you're welcome.
Shall we? Perhaps?
Might as well.
Are you done
I don't
with
get
your
to bring that
groundskeeping?
broom. Yeah. I don't think the magistrate's gonna fire me today.
Right then.
Another point of contact would be interesting. The magistrate, perhaps.
True, the
Probably
magistrate is
do.
not in though, what I've seen.
From what I can tell.
She's very elusive.
Although, a good old-fashioned letter might work.
Oh, that is true. There is a courier here. He's a carrot.
Oh, I was gonna hand deliver.
I believe his name is... Oh. Well, then that works. Your broom is in your face.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure. Well, if we're going to go on an expedition to Redwall, then we should go soon. Yes?
Indeed.
Hmm.
You must also understand that if it's in his face, he can't see it.
Well, that sounds like a skill
We
issue.
have established he is a bit blind, so...
What?
An
I'll
issue
have
with
you
your
know, I'm the
skills.
most skillful person here. No,
Hmm.
no, I have no skills, or I mean, I have no issues with my skills.
Evidently.
I'm a very skillful mage. But what about the fucking class you're meant to go to about basic medical thing? We're covering the dock.
You can
No,
go
right.
and...
Oh, he's
I
coming.
can guide them
Shit,
to
act natural.
Doctor,
Just to let
these
you
two are
know,
ready
the
for the
class
class.
is about to begin.
Thank you, Doctor.
It'll be by the crystal over yonder by the well.
Right then. That's the
You
first
should
order
go
of
to
business. Order of business. God.
One
I'll
word.
show you the runes used to take us there. We shall see.
Or
Crap,
you could
crap,
stick
crap,
around.
crap, crap, I
and
forgot
then we
my
could
bag.
still all go together.
Her decision.
Because he and I have never been, so we will probably need a tour guide.
I have also never been.
Cool.
You could be a tour guide for all three if you want to wait 10-15 minutes.
As you wish.
Perhaps we can all learn something before we go.
True. Considering how often I do get injured.
That is true.
Yes,
I
but
am
it's errant
familiar with how to bandage
runs
my
from
wounds.
mages.
By all means, you don't have to stick around. You can feel free to do whatever, but I think we are offering to go with you to Redwall if you don't want to go alone, but your life is your own, as is your business.
I will wait. It will be simpler to be shown how to get there.
Wonderful. Making new friends all the time.
Very valuable. Shall we?
We shall.
Well,
Why did he say it was again?
what I can do.
It's this way.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
I mean, you can also find the white.
Did they die?
It hurts incredibly much. Are they all right?
I don't know.
There we are.
Off the beaten path. Here, there you go.
Why do you beat it?
It's a saying, sorry.
Strange.
The way that I interpret it is, beaten would imply that the path is travelled very many times. Therefore, it is beaten underfoot from all the travel.
Talking a tempest.
And if you are off the beaten path, then you are not taking the common path, so to speak.
Alright, let's see. Hier, Of course, holy shite, there's many of you.
Of course. Why are you fucking outing me like this? What? Can I not walk around?
Of course.
Aren't you part of this?
Yeah? I'm gonna read from. Watch from here.
Ah, right. Oh, you wish to learn as well. Is this what I asked for? I see. Thank you. Here's a payment. 10 silver.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Danke. Lorca.
With the 15,
Yes.
you definitely wanted to do that.
Apparently, I really wanted to do that.
My heart races.
I'm just fucking around.
Magic in this dojo.
There's no
Well, okay, all right. I'm not doing
jeez,
any
I should have
magic.
put my staff away.
I kid.
Maybe I should.
All seriousness, welcome everyone. This will be a practical medical practice. Now, as many of you have known, we have many healers here, but the vast majority of you are magical in your backgrounds. I have to say, there are those of you who know how to use herbal remedies, which is also good. But the simple means of bandaging, stitching, and ointments is more important, especially if you are out of mana to contribute. So, the idea is for magic users as well as those who wish to learn how to properly mend simple wounds, as well as keep yourself alive in situations where needed. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to reinflate your own lung, that is more advanced, but we're going through simple processes of deep wounds, burns. If necessary, we could go through broken ligaments. Before I continue, does anyone have any questions?
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Very well. If you see on the platform here, there are multiple wrappings. They comprise of bandages, stitching tools, as well as stitches. As well as a small piece of ointment. So please, if you wish, grab one. They are yours. Do as you wish with them. There's also pieces of leather within them. You will be able to cut some open, as well as stitch them.
I'm not listening to what he's.
I was just going to roll it that way. Never mind.
Sorry.
So something very unsettling.
Bandages.
Oh, there's also a little bit of disinfectant within the wrappings as well.
That one.
I'm not someone who uses maggots.
Oh
to
no,
clean
what?
wounds.
What have I
That's
done?
not
I owe you money.
No, don't worry. Don't
No,
worry.
no.
We're
Anyway.
watching the class first. It's nothing.
You see in your wrappings,
Okay.
it looks almost similar to flesh.
Of course.
It's not exactly flesh. I'm not here to scalp anybody, but
I think this is.
I would like everybody to try to sew a wound close. It looks like a proper deep cut, as if you were stabbed by a dagger or a short sword. So,
I learned that.
process.
Don't worry.
Grab some wrapping.
This.
You will see simply as such. Wave in, wave out. There's a pattern to properly put in stitching to ensure that it is nice and tight. So, first things first, I would like to see if anyone can make a proper stitching. So, take your tools, make your respective rolls, if you wish to roll. Does anyone have a...
Fuck do you fucking...
Because you are of the healer background, yes.
I'm a crafter.
Does anyone here have a capability to summon water?
Oh no, they definitely itch and hurt sometimes. But there's also definitely trauma triggers in there.
I require water.
Everybody starts
I got it right here.
The 13, he's going to point up to above the bucket.
Right
swirl
there.
around a little bit.
Easy.
The water is going to fall in the bucket.
Wunderbar. Cool. This is a simple test to see whether or not the blood, quote unquote, will go through your wounds. So, we'll go around real quick. May I see?
The 7. It looks like a really tied together shoelace.
My name's Akko.
You did unnecessary over. You did a little unnecessary overlapping, as there is some water falling through.
Indirectly, the one.
What the hell are they naming for that garbage?
Apologies.
Alright.
Hey man, I don't think this is the class for me.
I rolled a 7. God, I don't know if it's plus 2 or not, but it's
It's easy, look.
I got a 17.
Have advantage.
Sick as hell.
It's like textbooks, like you gotta learn.
Because I'm fucking sick as hell. I'm the fucking master groundskeeper. That's my Serena.
It's holding the pot as much as you can.
Yours is trash.
It is.
Yeah, it is. You want me to do yours too?
Champ. Everybody
Sure.
Champ. Are you good?
Sick, I'd rather not be around him.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Maybe you should like get some
From
wall.
No, hold
I'm
on.
trying to
With a 6, he fucks it up.
and listen to
I did my own roll, bitch! I got a 12!
There's
I
some loops
fucked
that
it up.
are
God damn it.
That looks worse than what I did.
No, hold on. I've got sweaty fingers from doing my own one. Hold on.
But it does seem like
okay, not shaking.
I can't. Fuck, that disturbs.
With Luca's
don't
own
care about
12, Luca is capable of repairing yours if Luca chooses
Alright,
to.
what was your roll? Just check.
Give me OCD. I need to fix it.
Familiar faces that I do not like.
Stop making worse, please.
You'll see a very.
Look, it's somewhat better.
Whenever
It's not
I
that
said it was
bad.
going to be a healing thing, I thought it
Still
was
better when they
Just even look regular.
Little lines here and there.
Huh.
way more boring.
Very not. Do not get distracted.
He showed us.
Especially if someone's life
Oh,
is at stake.
cool. I
May
suppose I'll
close
do
your
my best to learn.
Oh, I got a 19.
Sorry.
I've never done this before. Is this what it's supposed to look like?
You're just jealous.
I am having a good night. I hope you're having a good night.
That has nothing to do with this lesson.
I just looked
It's a life lesson.
No, it doesn't.
Don't be ugly.
There's nothing to do with it whatsoever.
What
are you on about?
We no longer do the modifiers. We
You know, there's one thing I get constantly that annoys me.
Again, I always try to her to stay out of my attic, but she doesn't listen.
Alright, now.
It's always good practice.
Oh, wait. Luca,
Is that something that annoys me?
were you also participating?
Yeah, I got a 17. Look, I'm sick.
Read my mind. That's quite impressive, Luca. Very good. Very good. Now, question. Has anyone here ever had a severe illness
Don't
before?
you
Something that made them
fucking
dead?
dare.
Do it. Well, you didn't. So my bad,
Don't.
sister.
No, don't. Okay, I'm sorry.
I had a.
There you go.
He was very quick to roll over.
Okay, so I believe you may have come across some crackpot, quote-unquote, remedies for illnesses such as, bee stings or something of that matter, or unique,
Well, scared of
algae or
getting
something like
dirt
that.
in that hair of his.
I can tell you right now some of that is bullshit, sir, but
Gazing upon Luca, you could notice the incredible shininess
Another
of his
question.
beautifully coiffed pig.
have any of
that
you
is his
had
hair.
to...
It is luscious and long.
Broken limbs?
Gorgeous. Light shines upon it. When he flicks it,
I got my
sparkles
arm
appear.
torn off. Does
It is
that count?
My mentor broke my name
I
and
see why
healed
he
them
likes
back
his hair
again.
so much, honestly. But
I see.
I mean, you.
I fell off a boulder and
He is a
my
mage,
leg
so
didn't feel
they have to flaunt
great
some
for a while.
magic hair. Magic hair.
That was a long time
My
ago.
arm. So,
I see. Good.
I mean,
So,
very soon I've heard what useless.
Question I ask for all of you. Do you know how to
As
make a
note,
proper
I'm
splint?
going to be leaving you to your own devices at this point.
That's fine.
Don't
A
forget,
splint is to help in
remember that
case
you need to let the guards know
preventing an arm being moved
the tooth.
after it's been broken, as well as remended. Prevent it from moving, keep it in a soft state. I believe you are quite familiar with splints, as there have been multiple incidents where I have that. I will require a volunteer.
Are you gonna break our arm?
Luca, good. Please come here. 9. Hello. Your assignment. You're going to break my arm. Then you're going to put a splint on it.
I don't know if I'm capable of breaking any. To be honest,
this what-
Doctor. I mean, have you
Is this what you
seen me?
healers do at the Healers Guild? Break each other's arms?
Yeah. Can someone break the arm and then I'll just do the split?
Whisper mode.
I believe
I'm
the
ready.
doctor was made because the doctor was capable of doing it.
Good, okay.
Yeah, we found the.
I usually just give them a
Guild.
healing
Alright.
potion.
We did. No.
Use that
Oh,
arm of yours. I want to see how well it
There's a lot
Sure.
of people here.
I would like to use.
say-
I'd like to.
Kind of.
How many? I can't tell.
No,
I
you should
didn't
hold
know
on
you
for
even
this.
do this.
It is pretty
Surprise
big
me.
city, I think. I guess we could eventually
Make
have
it a
some
clean break.
along, but we have to stick to the numbers. You have to stick to the numbers. So.
Want me to roll for it?
What? Yeah, I know.
Do as you desire.
It's impressive.
Break it in multiple ways.
I'm
Be
gonna look
careful.
away.
I always say
Yeah,
the
I
same
mean,
use.
I guess if you
I
want to
can't-
come
I
back
can't
here
look
later
away.
on, you're always. I'll give you permission.
When
to
you're
come
in
back
the
if
field,
this
you
happens
may see this
there.
happen.
I appreciate.
I
appreciate that.
I mean, like I said, if you want, if you actually have a
Using
reason
this,
to go,
it's
yeah,
gonna be
let's
too
get
much.
outside. I have no problem. I have no
So I'll
problems.
let you play off of that.
Yeah,
how
Oh
you
god.
I always have.
Play it.
Alright,
No, just you
suppose
didn't
I'll
like to
just
mess up
do
things
this,
upstairs.
right?
That's why I don't give you the
Be
permission.
fine? Sure.
And usually people don't have any reason to be up there, and that's where I store everything else. But yeah, if you want to come back,
Fix that, like, immediately,
right, you're
please.
welcome to go.
Please fix that.
Go ahead.
Luca.
Congratulations!
Oh, it's
Congratulations! That was a clean dislocation. Excellent work.
not what I was going for, Lucas.
I don't know, it seems like much
I don't know how to
the other
fix
bushes.
that.
That actually is a
Alright,
better
he's going to show
lesson.
you.
Alright. So, listen up. There's a situation where you may have dislocated
I mean, it's
limbs.
like asking
Broken limbs are one thing,
like why
dislocated is a
different
different
faces
situation.
as it
You
is.
need to replant the bone in its proper socket. So, look, I want you to do something the following. I want you to grab... Of course I'm in pain.
Well, I
What am I
think,
grabbing?
I think it is.
I will head
With
back
your
to the
left hand, you
it's
will
just
place your
right
hand
this
on
time.
my
I'll
wrist.
let you, you can stay there. I'm gonna go back to the tavern because it's gonna
With
be
your
so
right,
exciting to
you will
open
place
up.
it on this
So,
part of my arm right here.
like,
My
I'll
hand on my
run
shoulder.
for these coming in.
You are going to push into
just
the
come
arm.
by-
Into the arm. You're going to point
Just be sure to
into
come back
the
to
arm.
20 hours.
That's where you want it. So, since I am assisting you, you will have a little better idea.
Tell me all about the stories you
Where
can.
it's the
All
shoulder,
about
it'll
it
be a
when you come
little
back. I
easier,
want to
but
write down
it's
anything.
I'll take that. I will roll to give you an assist. So, you do you. Okay. Not wrong.
Aren't you guys from the Planning
Roll
Guild?
show up.
What are you doing here?
Okay, shove that, wait for that. Pushing
May! Hi! Welcome. Thank you for the raid.
No, it's not looking good, Dom.
He screwed up. Oh, jeez.
Miss May.
I've got it.
I thought you were DMing, Miss May.
On.
Did you have to go?
Gave people a bunch of free stuff. Where's my free stuff?
Maybe somebody else can do this. I don't.
I'm not strong enough for this shit. Look at the size of it.
And
I don't. Look, I
She takes
tried.
I stole it. Would you like me to attempt? As an example, in case I ran out of my.
Yeah, not without magic. Without magic. Without magic.
It's a blue cheese wheel that tastes like cheesecake.
Yeah.
I don't think we should just leave it dangling. Perhaps.
Welcome to Aether.
Maybe we just send him back when we
Oh,
do
by
it.
the way, Eiko, I'll let you handle the guards at the wall, okay? So don't forget to talk to me.
Will. Looks very
Oh,
familiar.
hey, little one.
Alright, give me a moment.
I took one of your cheese wheels, by the way.
Something a little bit fast.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, it's fine. I brought them here for exchange with Aether. So.
Why are you here, by the way?
Rolling.
I'm not doing anything right now.
This is actual culture exchange.
With a 10 and a 11.
Literally,
Look
yes.
at my
Suspicious.
Gonna be very difficult.
I'm not back to the
I'll
task,
explain it.
so-
I'll explain it. Yeah.
How clumsy am I?
You have to go. You know.
I left it right here.
Go.
Fuck, that's the third one this week. The magistrate's gonna fucking kill me.
Congratulations.
Both of you.
Are you alright? What do you mean? There's no congratulating me.
You never know.
Losing your brooms.
The mayor.
Don't fucking know.
The mayor promoted one of the guards to the captain of the guard just because he was the first guard that she saw.
I can get one of my
You never know.
It's nice for
That's how I got my job.
And now your broom has disappeared. You say you
There's a place I didn't expect to see.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry I
hello.
didn't have time to say hello earlier.
That sounds like a fucking great
Yeah.
idea.
There are a few pages. Very
You would
small.
lose that one
I was
too.
not expecting to see so many of
No.
you guys,
Stitching,
just all in
proper
this place
splinting,
because in
proper
Redwall I only
ointments,
saw
as well as proper
Obviously,
cleaning
yes,
wounds,
because you
dealing
admitted
with
you
infections.
lost
the
two others before this
metal
one.
golem that I never learned the name of, and
Take your
God,
time.
Usually I just leave it, and now it's
Ah.
gone.
One thing
I
would
didn't
like
find
you all
Andy.
to do
I'm
for me.
surprised. Well, I spend most of my time here,
A
so
simple example of the stitchings you have.
I guess you guys found exit at least near enough to Aether then.
There's enough room to you.
well, no, we rode that boat that you guys rode to the
Take your
island.
time to
Intending
practice.
for
Oh.
right?
You get familiar with sealing wounds.
Yeah, I guess that's
Because you'll
easier.
cut yourself, you will be able
Yeah.
to
I guess that explains why the tavern keeper was with you.
Yeah, because he doesn't like
Why?
us going through his tavern
There's no
without
professional
him
You're right,
knowing
it's really
why
sad.
we're doing it.
I don't know. I just.
Yeah,
I want you
I guess
to
fair enough.
Talk about the night.
Literally, I didn't even know that this was on the same plane as
Again.
I lost my
directly,
bro.
because he doesn't let us go through that door.
If you're
Can we go to Redwall now?
You will not be capable to
I guess that
anyone,
makes sense.
including yourselves.
Don't see why not.
Oh, you're headed to Redwall.
Wait, didn't you need me for something?
Yes, but I will be headed to Redwall pretty soon, so it works out well.
Those
Essentially,
dresses are really well made.
From somewhere
Don't
where
buy some.
he actually went on an expedition there.
Must have been by some
Basically,
master artisan. You've been lucky. How expensive were those?
yesterday, I think, for you guys? Times were weird where I'm from.
Very, but not in the currency
A bunch
that you
of
can
people
buy
went on an
with.
expedition on a boat in Redwall to
I'm not applying then, I assume.
which
Some
led
places
to
use different
where
currencies.
I'm from, which is the infinite
I mean, the cat
staircase.
girls
There's
plane
like a
uses a
best
completely
door version
different
of the
thing where
necklace.
they value everything
And
by
it's
weight
very
instead of
complicated.
amounts.
It
But
sounds very
ever since,
complicated.
I can understand
ever
that.
since they showed up,
Interesting. Where I'm
a
from,
lot
they
of
used
stuff
to
has
do
been
that
happening.
too.
So I learned about this place
But then they got smarter.
and Redwall because I learned that they're on the same plane as that island. I was like, how did they get there?
Well, when you're a place
So
where
we
you
looked into
do
it,
business, it's like
whenever I
this
learned about
place
these
where
places,
everyone comes from
I decided to
wherever.
do
I guess they had to just
Yeah.
simplify it.
cultural exchange, and now I want to get a map of this town.
I
So I was hoping you
guess.
could give me a
I'm
tour
still
of
not
how many
sure.
places
Something gold, something silver, I heard.
Oh.
I need to make money.
Oh.
And your
we have, like,
your
a tour
That guy's made of money.
well,
I'm a fucking groundskeeper.
the mayor,
Oh, yes,
the mayor,
Jules
McMayor,
is what people
Mayor
call him.
McMayor,
Apparently his
was
money
taken
is
to
also
a nice,
based on his
tall
magic.
person, and he
So can
I
I
would not
become
steal
rich
from
by
him,
just
though.
cooking?
you were his protege.
Hey, last time somebody tried to steal from him, they got cursed on the spot.
Tempest?
So,
Do they have orange
I would
hair?
avoid it.
Cursed. Curses are a thing here too.
Great. Glad Tempest just thinks I'm some sort of fucking tour guide.
He also has that sword.
Yeah, sure.
So are we doing this now or are we doing it later?
Okay, I just
You know,
wanted to make sure.
I gotta go here first. And then
I don't remember them being that big when I saw them
Is
last.
that cool?
Repeat that for.
If you get hurt, you can ask them for help. They are a healer.
I could.
That's even more. Why? Okay.
As long as you have nothing against magical healing, of course.
How about if you're needing a...
That I can come with you guys so you guys can
What a weird
show me where
place.
the actual guard
I need to learn
HQ
magic.
in Redwall is, because we need to talk about
Same. I need to learn magic so I don't have this happen to me again.
Perfect, it all works out.
At least not as
Why
much.
don't we go?
Well, I figure I'm here for a
You're wasting
purpose.
a small woman's time.
And if I learn magic, maybe that's my purpose.
I'm wasting my time. I'm a very busy individual.
Well, good luck actually finding any of the mages. They are busy. I guess.
Silence you.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can always
Before
learn my
you get
own.
lost.
I already started researching.
I have a name, thank you. Don't. No.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
that's
your
how
name
most
was,
people found it, but
head groundskeeper.
Very
Yes.
resourceful.
well,
Yes, it would be easier. But
I do know there was a little bit of a chaotic lesson.
Doctor.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor, we're headed to Redwall if you're wanting to accompany us.
Just a moment.
We can probably make our way to where we're needing to go, and then he would... I see.
What the fuck? Taking a shit behind the building.
Oh, okay, talking to me all of a sudden.
Please don't shit on my grounds. I don't want to have to clean it.
Wonderful. I love your lesson, by the way, sir.
Field trip.
Your lesson was very applicable.
You really are a child.
What? I'm not a child. I'm excited to go somewhere new.
I will say it did not go accordingly planned, but it actually.
You've never been to
unexpected.
Redwall?
You expect the unexpected.
No, I don't get out a lot. You just kind of, you know.
Redwall is how I got here, so.
Farewell.
Oh.
Sorry?
Fine.
You have an amazing mayor, by the way.
Goodbye.
Did you know that?
Our mayor is pretty cool.
Yes, she is.
happen if I walked off the bridge?
I would grab you, then slap you upside the head. I've seen people fall. I've seen people fall infinitely before. It's not very fun.
So I need to add the Aether bot on a respawn.
Yep. Aether bot 2.
Just getting my arm.
It's not my fault, man.
Hey yo, look
So
at you
we
just
need Aether bot
dancing.
2.
I need to add them first because I haven't added them at all.
Aetherbot 2. Don't worry. This individual has plans for you.
I shall see you all there.
Hopefully. I see Aetherbot
Hopefully.
2 is offline. Oh, I guess I gotta. Never mind.
They are very
What's up?
online.
Pretty girl. Hello.
We'll see you there.
I do like making pretty girls.
Bye.
Thank you.
I'm going.
It is a good model.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Very pretty. I made it myself.
I wanted to kill someone with.
Oh yeah, with those things that I saw. Yeah, those. Yeah.
Did you request off Aetherbot?
Yes. Yes, I did. I'm going to begin loading.
I'm waiting for my invite.
Rip. Also, hi, Hopper. Okay, time to murder. Oomst pings. Is it a Sachi? Sachi, why are you pinging me? Oh, there's no spawn box. Okay. Quick, drink.
Is there a groundskeeper here?
Wow, you can join the groundskeepers club.
Right, there's a swamp. I have a
You want to join the groundskeepers club?
Oh my goodness. This is quite.
It is quite lovely.
Place.
Yeah, it's quite lovely.
It is.
No, I don't actually know where the guards position themselves here. Do you?
Yeah. Do you know where their HQ would be? Something like
There's
that?
some people over
Essentially,
there.
well, essentially, I'm looking for the leader.
Were
the
you
leader of the guard,
looking for
specifically.
anything in particular in Redwall?
I do not know.
The individual I mentioned before.
I see. Okay.
I'm specifically looking for. The
I'm not sure
leader
where we
of
could
the
start, but
guard
I'm sure we'll
who
find
requests
something.
Capable individuals.
Well, there's many people that
We-
are considered capable.
Well, I need to
Just
talk
that's
to
what
the
I'm looking
guard
for.
because I need at least one of them to be a guard,
Fair enough.
That's
and I need approval from the leader of the guard for that.
This place is pretty as
Hmm.
fuck.
Hi, you should look at the dwarf hold. Quite beautiful.
I didn't catch your name, by the way. What was your name?
How would you catch it?
It's a figure of speech. I can't actually physically Never mind.
Trouble in paradise.
There's a lot going on.
Shut up, Luca.
I'm terribly sorry that you have to see it. I'm gonna
I
look
can
it up
tell.
later. Yes.
I don't understand magic too well.
Oh.
Alright,
This
so...
place is hello.
Hello.
Super like.
Baseline.
This is someone's
weird.
house.
I'm
Just
like,
looking outside of it.
I'm like freaked out. This place is a lot calmer.
Hello, have you spoken? Have you?
Heard the word of our Lord and Savior Alchemist.
Literally
Shut
anyone
up.
who might know where the leader of the guard is.
Okay.
I have not.
I actually don't know who the leader of the guard here is.
So is there more
I'm
to this
sorry.
place?
Yeah. And I thought
that leads towards the hilltop.
Looks like someone who was at the guard.
If you need the leader of the
This
guard,
way.
I can bring you there.
But he's not the same person.
There's some buildings over there. I believe there's.
Thank you. Oh, you might.
I do work with the guard, yes.
That one is not insured.
Do you know where
That
the
Sorry
leader?
about this. This is
that's a fine.
more pressing.
Oh.
Sorry.
Did I scare you?
I don't want to.
No, you didn't scare me.
It is my job.
You ran into me.
Oh. Hello.
Anyway, the village itself
Apologies.
is...
He's
thank you.
never
the
seen
village itself
people
is
before.
quite small, but it's quite homely.
No, I love
that
it.
The winery, I believe the Secondary Heroes Guild, as well as the quote-unquote Max Guild is by the beach.
I can bring you to where he might be.
Do they have a groundskeeper?
Okay, thank you.
I do not fucking know.
There's a beach. A beach and a swamp and a dwarven fortress.
As well as the graveyard. A tomb.
I know about the graveyard.
Their fountain looks so much better than ours.
No,
Those
it does
shitty
not
lily
like
pads that I have to keep up with. God damn it.
And they've got more flowers now.
Man, they're making me look bad.
Maybe you can take some inspiration from this place.
I'm gonna steal their flowers.
Don't do that.
Feel free to try.
Nighttime, maybe.
The mayor's building, I believe?
Yes, the tower, I believe, is the mayor's.
Oh. What's with mayors and towers?
Positions of power.
Over yonder is
They also have a
the
dueling
training
arena
arena.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Training,
Looks like there's
dueling,
quite a
same
few
thing.
people over there.
Yeah, I believe there are a bunch of warriors who have frequented. I believe whether or not they are paid by the Mages College, that's questionable. As the Mages College, of course, is overseeing the town of Redwall.
Wait, is it true there's more mages here? I heard there's like people from the college here.
I do not know. Oh!
There are a
You see
few.
them?
Oh, what them? Oh, them.
Guten Tag to you. I hope you're doing
I'm like
well.
slightly nerding out.
We are, yes. We were here on business with the Mercenaries Guild, which has concluded.
I see. And how are you doing?
Huh.
I hope you're
The one not in full armor is a mage.
doing well. I was just seeing if your condition is doing better.
Probably have no idea who I am.
Good. I do not believe we actually have to create formalities between each other as well as circumstances. But
What was the name of the person you were looking for again?
good to see you, as well as. I look
His
forward to more
name is
conversation if you are
Virevandi.
ever available. Lord Aldous?
Not that
Always
man.
happy to speak.
Mine regards to the Lord
Not
Keeper
that
as well. Hope she's doing quite well for herself.
Ah,
Very well.
recognize these faces. Hello.
Hi.
Are you from the mage college?
You're looking.
Serena,
No, not quite.
Yes?
I wish to warn you.
Very surprising she does not
Down
know
the
you
path
so.
towards the healer's guild.
She does get them drunk, that is true. But
Divine
still, it is, you know, it is a comfortable level here.
Oh, I see. Thank you for your...
I am horrible drunk.
He wasn't
Except for-
coherent when the.
You're probably not as bad as him.
He was not.
He was not.
What the fuck?
It's now we have volunteers
He almost killed.
Sadly, not the ones I was looking for. But...
I had some books and stuff like that, but I think I have to wait for a minute before.
There's a rage potion. Carry the bad time. But I've been here. Don't worry about it. I get that now. Yes. No, you're fine.
And then he was going on about living with
Don't worry about it. Oh, and he's a strength potion too. That's right.
this was a bad idea.
Also, if you need, I gave Doctor a bit of hot blood. Maybe he can help you with your predicament as well.
I don't know. I've never been there.
kind of getting used to
Your sister did go in the wardrobe. She could have fled healing yourself.
Hey, wasn't there like a murder?
Start getting you
Yes, exactly.
sort of
That is a good.
getting
How do you know who is a mage or who is not?
It is the one that...
You know, she let Ollie stab her to
I
death.
bite my
and then I
tongue
had
for a
to
bit and I speak to people. The price of gaining information at times is having to get close to those that you dislike.
The
Greatly.
bet was, you will
Yes,
not
I
let me
understand.
stab you to death. And she said,
Is there no better
he
way?
stabbed her to death.
I think that practice.
You know that tracks. That sounds like all.
Not unless you wish to go through other people for that information.
I kind of. Also, I kind of like
Can be
swords
unreliable at
and
times.
training now, which is weird because I never liked
Him
swords.
and Ollie, I mean,
And
Ollie,
just
I mean,
training with them.
You're being watched.
Watch out for that. Maybe that'll
said
fix
that
you.
you were a fan of Paramore. That's fine. The people can guide, right?
Yes, one of the dwarves in the keep.
Maybe my
There's another here that frequents a mage, definitely from the College of Magi. White cloak, white hair, fontanist.
so that does make sense.
Carries an air about him, an air of arrogance and stupidity.
It's kind of.
You're doing the fucking.
I did.
The drugs?
I did pick up a sword.
Were you like linked in a park or something earlier? You seem very different.
What?
Oh yeah, I picked up a sword in the Artisan's Guild.
Why are we getting? Why are we getting?
I don't usually like swords.
Oh, it's something
That is very good. Don't use that, please.
If you ever do go up on a hill,
I don't usually like
there's a
swords, but now
pool
I'm
up there,
okay with
perfectly
them.
round, but it's mono-filled water.
Also, you seem more purple than ever.
Okay, hello.
Extremely rich in it.
Hey, okay.
Its purposes, I don't know.
Oh, hello, big man. Another big man. Always
Fair
with the
enough.
big man.
What is your purpose in telling me
It's
this?
a couple like yours, so it should not be that.
Just points of interest. You're in Redwall.
Maybe you live
What are
underground
you
like
doing
me.
in Redwall? I have not seen you in a long time.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I am visiting as well as giving tours.
Alright, well,
I am here to see you all as well as
give tours, but it's good to see you.
Well, my house is over there.
I'll be right back. I'm just checking
From this way.
I think I will continue to look around.
I am quite well aware.
Thank you for showing me here.
Of course.
The
Other key
I've already
points.
spoken to the leaders of security.
In that direction, you will find a dwarven keep.
They want to work together with us.
There's a boat out at the beach that will take you to a swamp. In the swamp, there are two places of major note. A graveyard and then a
If they give you
dungeon.
problems, let me know.
The graveyard comes
I
before the
trust
dungeon.
you, Basilica, to handle things. You're quite capable.
I see. I did not believe I
There's
had
also
any
a statue.
this location.
A warning, there's a statue. I would not recommend touching it. There's some sort of magic around it that seems to be hostile, at least to flesh.
Thank you.
Disgusting.
I don't remember people blowing up my house.
That was the
Anyway,
I will give it wide berth.
But those are the only points I know.
don't be
Yes,
jealous.
Wilson did the kind of, you know,
Thank you.
he go boom and then he goes there, but it was not an explosion.
May your search be bountiful.
It's kind of like just
Wait,
Windows
you did?
crashing. But not actually like
It
big
caused an
explosions.
explosion. I shot
I
laser
know.
beams on my eyes and broke the window.
better than it
That was a
Yeah, I was
lot.
thinking that too.
Swore you could have seen that.
Are you going to the house?
Don't worry about the random consequences.
What
You
the
said he's
fuck does
growing.
that mean?
Yes, and now I'm a very sword crazed person because of that.
Oh, I see.
Why are you playing with
That is
swords?
the thing. I hate mages for the college. They fucking suck, alright?
Mages are fucking weird, dude.
I hate fucking mages. They suck, and I'm a fucking mage.
Mages.
spell, crystal thing. I don't really have a proper name for it. I just made it not long
It's
ago.
like a spell
But,
charge thing.
yeah. So I can do something like that.
Got a deal. I'm buying, depending on the price, as many crystals as I can. And then I'm hiring you to make experiments for what you want to make. And I get the experiments if they keep working.
If they keep working. What about if there's experiments that I need?
I think he basically just wants any kind of magical item you can make. He just wants to.
I get it,
If
but
you
you're
want to
also
keep the
wanting
magic
my
item,
time.
you buy the back.
Yeah, I think it's a trading system.
He's
Okay,
basically.
so you
It's
paying
like he's
for
like
it to
funding
give you.
your research. He wants the results. If he anything you want to keep, you just can deal up with the thing. I guess
There's one research I'm planning to do that you're not going to want, and there's a current research that I'm going to need the item at the end, so I'll probably have to make two. But if you would buy me crystals, then I will definitely sell you the item and probably buy some excess crystals from you. Because we desperately need certain crystals. Is that, do you like the idea of that? The water.
Good day, Professor. Mr. Tempest, it's good to see you. How are you? Faring along. A lot of people asking questions, as always. Oh, yes, I've heard that most of Redwall has been in a bit of an upheaval as of late. Then suppose you know why? A lot of people traveling from past missions, I've heard, and training. Defense. Well, I'm sure whatever it is, it must be justified. I would assume, at least. I'd assume. But nonetheless. Receive your letter. It seemed as if there was something on your mind.
Familiar.
Whenever you're available. I'm available now.
This Tempest.
Then I'd recommend
Mage of the college.
a place more quiet.
Idiot.
Possible.
And speaks too much.
I'm not too familiar with Redwall. I suppose mountaintop will work. Sure.
You get up there.
Let's go off then. Kelly, good to see you.
Why does this one seem
See you too, Tempest.
familiar?
Should we come catch them?
I'm sure Din will take this lesson to heart.
How have you been faring ever since the Nexus? I have been alright.
Occasionally, sometimes they might approach you, but you might have to call upon them for them to actually approach you.
Yeah. Gutting escape of that will use for my ability.
So tight. Throughout everything. Ugh.
More so just interested in what it is that you wish to discuss. It's more of a, It's weird talking around a scrying blaze, but I don't care about the college at the moment, as it
feeling. I've come to you with, I guess, information that might be privy to you.
Rarely such
Yes.
things comes without a cost.
I think the help of you protecting my knights with the barrier back at the Nexus is quite enough.
Well, I only wished to see the right thing be done.
Tempest is going to do a spell around, trying to see if there are any spectators besides the scrying pool. Mind spell.
There's an individual, but they're blocking your perception. Take that as you will, Mr. DM.
It's more of protection's sake.
Protection.
I sense some blockage up here than there normally is.
I do not frequent Redwall too much, but I do know that mages come and go. More than likely residual magics, I'm sure.
Fair enough. I guess this is just for your own. I've been talking to a great many of people since the time at the Nexus. And for your safety, I guess it's one favor for another. There's been another person talking to me, knowing your name. Now, I'd be okay with that if it was the college or any of your students or whatever. You don't usually frequent outside of the college. At least lately.
No. No, I do not.
I guess in the least I can say, he's gonna do a quick mind message. The name Amity. They have come to me inquiring.
I see. Well,
kept it as brief as possible.
The name is one of unsurety. I would not worry yourself too much about it.
Sure enough, in the least, the intent's a little bit worried me. That's all.
And what was their intent?
Settling a score is in the message.
Well, that could mean any number of things. It doesn't always have to mean the worst.
Fair enough.
I assure
I
you,
just know.
Whoever it is, I will have a word with them if they find me or choose to speak to me directly. It is not something to worry about. If it ever became as such, I would contact you.
Of course. I just know in the least, you know us mages don't like to be surprised.
It is the truth. I do not think anyone likes to be surprised. Not just mages.
Of course. Then just a little bit of my lending of hand to you.
I am most grateful, Tempest. Thank you. I will bear this information in mind and act upon it if necessary.
I know it's been our real first time meeting. I know you've talked to the staff quite a lot. It's just good to know another face.
I was surprised to hear the staff was active once more. Though I suppose it makes sense.
Things have been getting worse, of course.
But you are maintaining
Have to deal with it. Maintaining. Luckily,
where I am, everything settled ever since the conflict of the Umble. It's brought them together all of a sudden. I feel like it's brought a lot of people together all of a sudden.
Conflict does tend to do these things. As much as we don't like them, they do tend to bring the best and worst out of most.
Luckily, so far, we are seeing the best.
Yes, well, for now, I agree. I was not pleased that the proctor had me bring novices to respond to this incursion at the Nexus, citing that the battle mages were busy. It seemed rather strange.
Yes.
One of my colleagues said the proctor had hoped they did not return.
That's what I heard from the rumors. Nonetheless, that's why I try to be by your side. I know one mage to another how it is to be sided by the college. So,
once they decide you are of no use, I will get there eventually, I'm sure. Not yet, however. Not yet.
time is an ally and a, well, enemy at times, but I find it to be a big boon.
Well, we only have so much of it. Make it work. Was there anything else that you required of me?
No, just that and a good catch-up. If you ever need me, I'm always just a spell away.
It is always good to see you, Master Tempest. If you see Master Califax, I would like a word with him at some point.
Sure, he's been actually residing in Aether, out of all things, near the tower.
Aether, really? Huh. Out of everywhere he could be. Surprising.
Yes, apparently he's the head of the tower, the head of the Mages Guild over there. He's kept a home there.
The man is amusing, if nothing else. Almost amusing as he is dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. He's absolutely keeping us in check, at the least.
I would never dare challenge Master Califax.
Never.
I don't mean to cut this short, Master Tempest, but I was summoned here by one of my students, and I must see what they need.
Of course. It was just a bit of a note and a catch-up. But of course, if you ever need me.
I will be sure.
Especially if things get worse on that end.
Let us hope it does not. Huh?
Usually you'll find your way to bounce back, I know it.
Yes.
That's the way us...
Usually.
Well, the way we run, at least.
I have to. Otherwise, you're swallowed by someone else's ambition. But that's neither here nor there. I wish you a good day.
Ambitious is dangerous. To you as well. Good to see you again, with Andy.
What?
You as well.
Did he call him?
Glad to see that you're alright.
For now, I would say so. It caused quite a stir. Quite a stir.
Thanks.
For whatever reason, the proctor decided to bring me under investigation. I was brought to the college, to the Archmage's chambers. However, they said they
got that new evidence, or you would rather be kept in the dark?
I fear that if you tell me, Kelly, that my disappointment may not be reversible, I would prefer not to know.
Understood. Understood.
I see that you have come back from your trip.
Yes. Apologies for the extra coin that you're going to have to give that captain.
Extra coin?
Did you not read that part of the letter?
I'll take care of it.
They stayed
He
a
always
little...
says something like that.
Oh.
Well, what did you discover?
A lot, actually. At first I was confused more than anything. We had seen visions, and I didn't know what to think.
Magic in some places, when it's been used and forces
Must
it should
confirm.
be, especially powerful ritual casting, imprints can remain. Not only of souls, but of their magical essence as well. This is why most of the places in the world, or different planes where cataclysmic events take place, it is not unheard of to see spirits or some such.
I was going to be quite cross with you, actually, with some of the discoveries that we had found, and I had assumed the worst more than anything.
Suspect. Must not.
What I'm trying to say.
So what brings you to this town then?
I got this. Kicked off my boat from poker night. I won too many games of poker. 20,000 gold. They kicked me off. 20,000 gold. What? 3 separate clans. The girl with the Martin Alliance is gilded for a reason. That is all I'm saying. 20,000. The game lasted 2.5 days. We did not get up on the table. I still smelled shit from the seat people were sitting on. And then I ended up losing completely. It was most unfortunate. Oh well.
I thought you said you won.
I lost by them kicking me off the ship, against my will, and then saying there was no game, it was not serious. That is an automaton. How interesting. Very interesting. Automaton down there.
You there?
Yes?
What is the name of that mage?
There's two on the cliffside. Do you mean the man or the woman?
The man.
From my understanding, he goes by Redandi?
I see.
Would you like to talk to him?
Yes.
I see. It's a bit rude for me to introduce him for him.
The woman, who is she?
One of his students. He has several. If you'd like, I can go and ask if
he's able to talk?
Give him a moment.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what would your name be?
My name is Amity. At least that is what you may call me.
Pleasure to meet you, Amity.
Is it?
I'm sorry?
Is it?
Yes, so far.
I see.
You haven't exactly ran up to me, grabbed me by the collar, and asked me forcefully.
Why would I do that? I have no quarrel with you.
Well, exactly. So far, it's a pleasure to meet you, is all. You haven't been harmful, so it's a nice conversation. It's how talking works, I think.
Your friends are returning to their home. You should go with them.
I was intending to. It's good to see you again.
And you as well. I will be by shortly.
Of course.
Risky, to say the least.
What else was I to do?
Fair. Unfortunately, the place is crawling with magi. Most
I
of
did
them
not
from
know
the
this
college.
before I arrived. Otherwise, I might not have come.
It's not the case before you arrived. That's my concern. It is only very recent. Why have you come?
For the same reason I came the first time. Our two worlds, though they be different, should not mix.
The Vigil would disagree with you, my dear. Our whole purpose was to try and make it merge. There's great knowledge to be found from where you reside. Things that could better all people, were it not abused.
That is my concern.
It is abused.
If it were not for the mages that abuse their power, I would not feel so vehemently against it.
No, yes. You are right, of course. Right now, everything is a myriad of alliances and lies. The college is up to something. I don't know what it is. My student that you just saw came across the sundering of your order. She learned of it by herself. She traveled to where it is you all originated, the coast of Everon, Evensong. She was there, buried as it was beneath the sea. The waters have receded enough where she was able to walk amongst memories and death.
I have
There are
only ever
some
heard
magi
stories.
that... well, she would be able to tell you everything. There are some magi who seek knowledge rather than control. though they are few and far in between. You will find allies here, but it is very dangerous.
So I am aware.
You of all people know this. I cannot guarantee being able to do what I did a second time.
Then what would you suggest? I have heard whispers of what happened. Your nexus. It was attacked by them.
Whatever it is that you wish to call them, yes. The umbrals, the hunger, the shadow, whatever it may be. But it was different this time. Some of the more bestial races, beast men, orcs, they've been subverting them, something that I've never seen them do before. And they've been using them as distractions. They threw hundreds, maybe even thousands of beastmen against this town to try and soften it before the Umbral began their invasion. As soon as they took the town, killed most of the guard, absorbed the others.
They are not simple
The only reason
beasts
we got it
themselves.
No, they are
They
not.
are just as smart as you and
The
I.
only smarter, I would wager. Dangerously so.
Regardless.
The only reason Redwall was gotten back was the magistrate in Aether. Surprisingly so.
I have seen
A
this
discharge
magistrate.
of mind magic. She is dangerous, and not to be trifled with.
I see. I suppose it's
She is
wise
college,
that I
after all.
gave her wide berth.
Yes. You said your intentions were similar to the last time, but why here? Why Redwall?
Well, I started in Aether. It was simply where I landed.
But still. If you're not careful, there are those that will learn your face, ask questions. From what I understand, there was a battle mage from the college here not an hour ago. Why, I don't know. I think someone has noticed your presence. They don't know who or what, but something. Now, I will help however I can. But if they start coming in force, I will not be able to do very much.
Then what would you suggest? Something must be done.
Well, you are separated from those that could bring clarity, but unfortunately there are very few here who would listen to what you have to say. Your best bet would be to make some allies here. And yes, even some that may be magi from the college, the younger generation. The older mages are set in their ways, they'll never believe you. They still call it the, what was it, edge of the coin incident. The college refutes that the invasion ever took place. Most people don't even believe it happened, Andy. That is the position we're in now. The most important information has been hidden. The narrative of the college is what has been disposed to all those who learn there. But there are some, like my student, who want to know the truth, who might aid in spreading it. Perhaps that is a good place to start.
Can they be trusted?
I would trust Miss Kelly with my life. In fact, I have. If it was known that I got her the information I did, well, we wouldn't be here to meet, would we?
I see.
She has recently learned of the devastation of Evensong. You will find no greater ally.
Fine.
Let us go, then. I will bring you to her, rather than standing out in the open.
There is one thing. I never did get to thank you properly. If it weren't for you, I would still be in that cell. Why did you?
Why does anyone do what they think is right? Why would anyone put their neck forward for something they have no gain from? I saw someone who was innocent, that put forth no crime, who only wished to bring things to an understanding that could save more lives than risk. And I am a firm believer that if you have power, you have responsibility. And because I knew what had happened and what was wrong, I had to do something. I cannot undo what they have done to you. I cannot remove what they did. But for what it is worth, I am truly, truly sorry. And I hope that the actions of those who do not share the mindsets of these self-entitled, evil men of power can remind you that there is still hope in this side of the Nexus. Come. There's no time for this. How fares the rest of our compatriots? I have not seen them since then.
That'd be fun to watch, wouldn't it?
Would that count as attack?
Scattered.
Do they have that rule here?
But
Would it? I don't know.
holding their ground.
Do we just conveniently trip and fall?
Good. That puts my heart at ease.
Survival has become simpler. We at least understand what must be done to make a living in such a place. At least by your standards, I suppose.
I assure you, not a day goes by that I don't miss my compatriots. I'm glad to hear that there is progress still being made.
Maybe. Then maybe I can show you how to swing your hammer a little bit better.
I would also like that too. That's that. Thank you.
Come on in.
Thank you. I have brought a guest that would probably
Would you
be in
two
the
like
best
tea?
interest for you to get to know.
Would you like some tea?
Tea would be wonderful, my dear. He is going to cast silence on the entirety of the building. Miss Kelly,
I think I'll
Miss
have a tea.
Aurieli,
Yeah.
Mr. Andre. This is an old friend of mine. Someone that is very important, very involved in your little trip, if you understand what I'm saying. I have trusted you thus far with many things that you must always keep to yourself. You know this already by now. The best way I can put it is there are not many, if at all any, living remnants of the vigil on this side of the coin. But her. There is much that she is able to help save us from, with the threat that looms on the horizon. It would be wise to heed her words. None of the older mages would ever listen to such a thing. As you know, they called it the Coin's Edge incident, denied this has ever happened before. I ask that all of you swear yourselves to secrecy. That not a word is said about this woman or her whereabouts, because she is one of the only ways that we will survive what is to come. Do you understand?
That guy. Hey! Hey!
Yes, sir.
Hey!
Yes.
Good.
I haven't
Perfect.
seen you in 10 years. It's you. You live.
I'm sorry.
Tell me
down
that
here.
you swear,
Yeah,
all
it's
three
been
of
a long
you.
When were
time.
you on?
I swear.
In Aether.
Where? I won't speak of her.
It has not been 10 years in Aether. Your math, your
I'll
perception of time is
treat it
warped.
as if she's never existed.
Fucked in the head.
It's.
Swear.
I'm a groundskeeper. Okay? I can't keep track of
I swear I
time.
won't tell
Wake
anything
up,
about
you
it.
know. Yeah, it's great. I'm the master's groundskeeper.
Wait, does that mean like you collect
These
taxes
people
and
could be
shit?
great allies to you.
How much money have you been collecting? Since
I trust
No,
that you can
I
take
don't-
it from
I
here.
don't collect any taxes, you
You're
fucking
horrible
idiot.
at your job.
I trust your
What do
words.
you do then? How,
I
no wonder
fucking
the
watch the
flowers look
grounds
like
and watch
shit.
clean the bushes. What the fuck? How?
Then
You try
I will leave you to your conversation. I will return in a few moments.
You trimmed 10 years worth in 3 months. I'm stupid. You're the one who said it's been 10 years.
Understood.
Dipshit.
It has, since I've seen you.
I'm just making sure everything's fine. I just heard a whole bunch of shouting.
Welcome to our boat and welcome to Red Bull. I'm Kelly.
You see that this man is heavily affected by my magic.
My name is Amity.
Why did she tell? No, we had to get the fish for a fucking sacrifice. Why were we
Pleasure.
not putting the fish back? I went through so much
Many
trouble
people say
to
that
get-
for
I
some
learned how to
reason.
use their stupid rods and everything.
Hello?
She won't let me kill it.
It's just a greeting.
That man
Yep.
that's
The guard.
And this is Miss Aurieli.
Got the fish.
In this world, unicorns do a little bit more of a bow. They're not really touchy-feely like handshakes and whatnot. And this is Andre.
Don't need fish anymore. So,
We have met.
We
Just, I can go.
Yeah.
We're supposed to sacrifice
At the
it
hill.
along with the
No,
snail, the
give
two
me the
snakes, the
fish.
chicken.
I'll cook it.
You are all Veravandi's students, I am told.
To try and get back
me
the
it wasn't
bottle.
her bottle?
Yes,
She is a
well, I
student.
am. I'm Master Verdandi's. He was my mentor back at the college.
No.
He's actually the reason why I was able to leave the college and do research on Aether and be able to be here and meet all of these wonderful people.
Also searching for your not the crab. Crabby's amazing.
Let's see.
Crabby saved my life. Please just.
Yeah, and he almost
Well
got
then.
mine. Very overly affectionate
He tells me you have been researching, looking into things of the past.
Use their stupid rods for nothing.
No. You can cook the.
Yes, as a historian, it's my duty to do so.
By shooting the damn thing with a fireball.
No. There's a certain way you can cook.
I know of the umbral is. I am so sorry. I'm going to have to put on earmuff mode on because that is so loud and I cannot
He's part of my guard.
concentrate. I apologize.
Did you see the green man over by?
That's a good idea.
It's
a
actually
great
exceedingly
idea.
useful. It's very useful.
There we go. Now I can hear everybody within full circle. It's nice.
I'm so glad they added it.
Me too.
And by them I mean God.
It's under your mic options and audio.
Speaker, it's okay.
Ah, there we go. Thank you. Okay.
Just double click the little
It is so
speaker.
much nicer.
It'll help you a lot.
Wonderful. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay.
Now
It
that's
does make it quite easier to indicate silence. Yes. We've found out a bit of things, actually. Well, for one, the research of a nexus that, well, they found that was able to get to the umbral side of things was destroyed from their end. There's so much. I'm so sorry. It's been quite a day. Alright, you were there when we were saying that. Do you mind helping me with getting
Yes.
words out? I apologize.
Were you one of the residents there, or? This had been quite some time ago. Are you one of the original residents, or the children of?
my parents were.
They decided to stay on this side.
This side? No.
Then you're from the other side.
Yes.
As you say this, her eyes flick over to you. The strange colored pupils and the face regards you, not quite coldly and emotionless, but very reserved. She seems to take you in from head to toe, gauging either who you are, maybe what you're capable of. Whoever she is, she seems to be quite quiet, but she is by no means lacking when it comes to having a presence. You have stood before powerful mages, warriors, whatever it may be, Kelly, but this woman seems very different. It's hard to place.
Amazing. I had no idea anybody would be able to survive over in the Umbral, especially with the rumors of madness and whatnot. It's astonishing.
Hello?
I think
Are
someone's
any
at
of
the
you
door.
mages from the Mage College? Excuse me.
One moment. Yes, why?
Okay, I'm looking for someone called... fuck, I forgot their name. But they have blonde hair. And you have blonde hair.
Okay.
What's your name?
A nice Kelly?
Oh, then you are the person I'm looking for. Hey, do you have a master or something?
I Why are you asking all these questions? I'd like to know.
Because I'm from the Mage College and I'm looking for a mage from the Mage College.
Have you tried in a
Okay,
mirror?
and why?
Because I haven't seen a mage from there in forever, and I have questions.
Well, I'm currently, sadly, in the middle of a very important conversation with an old friend. But if you give me a little bit, I should be able to answer any questions that you have. But it will take a bit.
Oh, wait.
Wonderful. All right then. We may continue. I apologize for the interruption. Where were we?
Yes. So, you're from the other side. What? How did you end up over here? Were you brought here? Did you come here?
The same way other umbrals make their way here.
A Riftweaver?
Yes. If you catch them off guard, you can slip right through.
Then
what is it like from the other side? Is it swarming with those things?
In some places, yes. In others, no. Some you will find nothing. In some you will find us.
Oh, they're constructs, right?
I'm not sure what you mean.
The beings that were coming over, I had read in an old scroll that they were constructs. Does that sound right to you? Creatures that were created and taken over.
I don't... Your word, it does not match what I know of umbrals.
Oh, then
Some
let's
are
hear your
created,
definition and see if
yes,
it matches.
But others are not. Many are born.
Others are not. Interesting.
They won't harm.
It's your bodyguard.
Yes, it is.
You all can continue. There's silence still.
Apologize.
We're just standing around.
Very well.
Waiting for
All right.
Have fun.
Thank you for checking up, though.
I wasn't checking up. I want something.
I told you, Duran.
We'll figure out what he wants and what that other mage wants afterwards. Miss, I am so terribly sorry for all the interruptions.
Activities you have planned. For a festival.
It's a rather popular house.
It sadly is.
So it would seem.
We wanted to move, but it seems all the other houses have been taken. So we weren't able to.
I'm not gonna lie, I was seeing if I could cobble together a shed somewhere no one would actually look.
That would be wonderful,
since
actually.
Maine in town might be better. Anyway.
Yes, anyway.
Questions.
So, right. The town that we went to that was wiped out, it had a connection to the other side. Right. It had a connection to the other side, but it was destroyed on our end. Was it not on the other side?
No. As far as the stories I was told, those who decided to brave the other side, as you call it, they left, escaped.
That we saw. With the knowledge that they had collected over the years, did they bring all of that with them to that side of the coin?
I believe so, to some degree. History was not something I spent as much time studying, as I was taught more how to survive.
Understood.
Is that
My final question.
your specialty
something-
then?
No, sorry.
I suppose that's what you could call it.
The other side in the Umbral, does it look similar to the Astral Sea? In the sense of how things are, or is it more of a singular plane? Would that be something you'd be able to answer?
I suppose once I did hear it referred to as the Umbral Sea. I do not know much of your Astral Sea, except that there are nexi, places with which to travel between different locations.
Do you not have it on that
Yes.
side? No gateways.
Nothing like you have here.
And yet, is there civilization, towns?
Not like this. Smaller.
Oh.
Scattered. But surviving.
No connection.
There's
brings you
someone I
here?
want to ask you about too. After you answer that question. If you want to answer that question, that is.
Please repeat yourself.
Oh, what brings you to this side? We know how you came here, but what made you risk going through a portal like that?
I have seen mages do terrible, terrible things. And though I am hesitant to trust, it is the belief of the Vigil. Their want is to see our two sides work in harmony, to better understand each other. The first time I came here, I sought this goal with much less hesitance, I suppose.
First time.
It was your teacher that made me want to return. Or at least give it a second chance.
Excuse me.
I think someone's knocking at your door.
Do you get this
About
one?
5 minutes ago, you would have heard a thump on your roof.
Oh. Oh. That's a long time for us to wait.
My friend seems to have given you a gift. Is there a way up to your roof?
Not from in here, no, sadly. The only way to do so would be from jumping from the tippy top.
I'm good at climbing. I can help with that.
I see. So, how did you meet Verdandi?
To make a long story short, he helped me escape.
Do you mind me asking how long ago that was?
If I'm being quite honest, I don't really know. I suppose it
Time
didn't
is
feel
very
like that
different
long
depending
ago.
on the thing.
Where exactly?
It's between
But-
the gables.
Some time has passed.
Oh, well.
Just let me know what I'm looking for. That's all.
It's a fish.
There's
A rather sizable fish.
being that came over from your side.
Okay.
He wields a large sword, kind of
That'd be
bony
it.
fish.
I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna catch it.
Dark
'cause
Have you ever seen
It's already been desecrated enough.
dark armor? Have you ever seen something like that?
Right.
I suppose I have seen things like that, yes.
And if you've
It's a
seen
being that
multiple
seems
of
to
them.
work with the umbral. Like, they seem
It
to be
controls
following
them
his lead.
almost.
Yeah.
Like that of a general.
And he's able to step through gateways himself. He brings these portals of stars that he steps through.
Similar to that of a portal that I have seen Verdandi open himself.
There is,
Getting a fish off the roof.
of course, a possibility that someone like this exists.
Someone threw it.
Based on your description, though, I am not entirely sure. There are many individuals of great power. Or creatures, I guess. Although, something
I thought I would
find
ask-
curious, you keep saying umbrals.
That's how everyone's been calling them here. I'm not sure what we should be referring to them as.
Well, I suppose they are umbral. I do not have a name for the ones that have attacked you. But to say that umbrals have attacked you is strange. As I am umbral.
To be fair, you're the first person we've encountered from that side as a umbral.
That hasn't tried to kill us immediately.
That also takes a similar appearance as folks from this side. All the other umbrals we've encountered have rockish bodies with energies flowing between them, and the core in the center.
Hmm. You have never seen creatures of flesh.
Well, except
No,
for that
the
knight.
closest is the knight, but we haven't seen under that armor.
She shows pictures of the different umbrals that we have seen. The smaller ones, the more larger rock ones, the weavers, and even a giant titan-esque one that looks like it can crush an entire army by itself.
Yes, I have seen some of a similar look.
Those have been what's been coming at us. Here, so. But those are, at this moment, my questions. Is there any questions that you have for here?
I intend to stay here. On this side. For some time, if possible. However,
Alright.
I do require shelter.
Well, you can always stay here. We have an empty bed.
The other thing. I mustn't be known by those of the college. College of Mages. At
And
least
I don't think Redwall would be a good place for you to hide.
older.
This entire place was created by Leodric Redwall himself, which is a very powerful mage from the College of Magi, and they have a head mage here too.
Now, this is not someone I know.
Quite powerful. So I would be very careful. I will say this, actually. Hold on. Perfect. I have a room staying with the mayor in Aether. And if you hand this to her, you will have lodging whenever you're in Aether, and you can always stay with us when you're here in Redwall.
You see.
You can come in, Andre.
But I don't want to open the door without. Yeah, never mind.
Right, you shouldn't be touching the walls either. He has this thing about mana. Basically, you give him something with mana in it, and it just kind of.
When people wave
disappears
sticks
or-
at walls, I tend to stay away from them.
Something we share in common. Wow. What did you say your name was?
Okay. Me?
Mine.
You.
Kelly.
Kelly. I see.
Yes. Oh,
The rat
what's this
required
for?
urgently.
Oh, thanks.
Huh?
Okay. Shit. You will keep her company. I have to go see what this is all about.
Yeah, I'll stay here and make some tea for when you get back.
Actually, I think you should come with me because of the whole magic walls thing. I think it would be best if you weren't inside the
Fair
magic.
point.
We will be back.
That's all right.
I'm so sorry, Ori.
It's okay.
And
Do what you need to do.
it's an apple fritter.
Oh, thank you.
Okay then.
I think it tastes
Andre,
nice.
I'll leave the door open.
You
Ori,
can
do you mind
try it
shutting
when-
it after him?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello.
You're the only one needed. No one else.
Okay.
Follow Mr. Percy, please.
Sure thing.
That doesn't sound great.
No, it really doesn't.
Want to eavesdrop?
Yeah, would you mind going up to the second floor and grabbing my chest plate?
Oh, it's heavy.
Strange figures. Never seen the likes of him around.
Very much so.
Here you go.
Morning,
Thank you.
Hello.
Sorry, didn't mean to
Yes.
have you do that.
Make sure she's safe. If anything happens, run, find me. You know where to find me.
I'll keep an eye on her. Just make sure that this isn't something to, draw away from the house and all. Right?
Yes, yes, yep. Go ahead. I hope you are well, Sin.
I'm content. I know you all went on ahead. I'm glad to see that you're all back in one piece.
Yes, yes. We, been traveling a lot. But doing well.
You don't know who those men were, do you?
Not at all. Do you?
Not a clue. Doesn't sit right with me. But I trust, if anything, she's with Percy, and Percy still would protect her if her life meant losing it.
That is fair, though I will say I am thankful for all the people that are keeping an eye on her at a distance, at the very least.
I observed, for what I can. The man's wearing some strange armor.
How strange.
Oddly reminds me of that one knight. Was it Percival from the village? Reminded me of that in a way. Could be a hunch. Or I could be theorizing.
Okay. Well, let's hope for the best then.
If you don't mind me asking, what exactly did you learn while you were there?
I don't know what you mean. Oh, Percy.
A chat. I'll be up top.
Sounds important. We can talk later.
Yes. We will. Ori?
Yes.
I trust you.
I trust you as well, son. I know you not very well, but I do.
Aether.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
So yes. Is there any more questions I perhaps can help you? I know very little about college, other than the bit that I have experienced, but I am an outsider.
I can, wait, actually, I'll come back later.
I think someone's at the door.
All right. It seems that they're walking away. It's okay. But yes, if you have any questions, I can try my best to answer.
The Umbrals that attacked you.
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
Oh, a few days. They've been attacking us over and over and over, almost every day it seems like, in different locations. We get the Hunters Guild here actually takes calls of emergency, and we go out there and try to save as many people as we can.
See. If that is the case, my hope is to foster the collaboration requested between our two sides of the coin.
Hmm. It's going to be tricky doing such a thing without raising the attention of the mages.
But Verdandi has said that I should make allies.
Yes, that is the best thing you could do. Perhaps take on a different persona. Say you're not from there. You could be another person from space, even perhaps, is more openly acceptable to people, or just don't mention it. And soon as everyone starts to trust you personally,
crashed, my apologies.
that is when that type of news should be broken. People don't seem to mind terrible, nightmarish creatures after they already made friends with them. That sort of mentality.
I suppose. Then this will have to do.
You are able to poof out of existence. Do you have other magical capabilities?
I do not practice magic, no.
Ah. The poofing out of existence, that's just an innate skill you have then.
I suppose. I simply picture in my mind you not seeing me.
That is quite useful, I will say.
Hmm.
Not unlike what Oliveira tends to do. He loves to vanish without a trace and get into trouble.
Hmm.
So do be very cautious of the one named Oliveira if you encounter him. About this tall. He used to wear green clothing. Now it's black with gold decals. Curly short hair. Deadpan expression until he's angry. He's a very, very powerful mage that will not hesitate to take advantage of any situation he sees fit.
I see. All right.
How did... you said Verdandi saved you, and that's how you met?
Yes. It was some time ago, I suppose. I'm not sure how long. My first trip here, I met a number of mages. I was not cautious. I spoke freely of who I was and where I was from.
Is there a DM present to accept my invite?
A number of them took issue with me.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's okay.
And when they saw what I was capable of, they feared what I could do. They locked me in chains and branded me with runes. Suppressed me. It was Verdandi that took pity on me, I suppose.
I see.
He
He was
helped me
kinder
to
than I had
escape.
thought. Mortals on this side of the coin, I'm not sure how similar they are to the other side, but they can be cruel. Terribly
I have
so.
seen. It was my hope that I would be able to help mend what damage had already been done, but the College of Mages. Well, perhaps I should have given more credence to the warnings I was given as a child.
It seems like everyone has to test everything themselves in order to properly learn, that is.
Yes.
In either case, we'll do our best to make sure that you're able to exist comfortably on this side until comes a time that we can mend perhaps both sides of the coin. Knowing that there's more than just monsters on that side is a comforting thought.
And even then, I'm certain some of those monsters are not as vile as some would think. Some are kinder and more gentle than others.
Even that is a shock to hear. All we saw are these giant...
Oh. Randy.
Sorry about that.
You're okay.
Yes, I'm quite alright. Remain safe. Just a lot of back and forth, I think. Dreadfully sorry, it looks like my tea has gone cold. No matter.
I can make you another cup if you'd like.
No, it's alright. Tea is tea. Your thoughts on these people, my dear?
They are far less hostile than your college was.
Yes, well, they are.
But I suppose that is
Bit
not
naive.
a difficult thing to
I suppose
succeed.
you are not wrong. When people come into power, they change, I'm afraid. It's not a beautiful thing. But those who remember where they've come from tend to be very humble, kind people.
We were talking about how we're going to try to get her to blend in as someone from this side of the coin, perhaps? Get her more allies here without knowing the truth?
That would be best. I wouldn't try to speak to any of the older magi, no matter how much you might like them. Even folks like Califax, it may be a risk. Building up like-minded people who are exposed to the story that she has to tell the world. It adds to the ability to dispel the illusion and lack of information. You see, if you don't remember or it wasn't clear, this has happened before, Miss Oriele. This is not the first time the Umbral have threatened our plane.
Yeah.
When it was dealt with before, the college hid it all away. Even killed those who knew of it, those who did not agree to secrecy. Friends and peers of mine.
Though I have seen many men.
But
Why would they do that?
monsters, fear. Always fear. You see, as much as I hate to say this, there is a understandable reason why the college has done the things it has. While its actions are absolutely barbaric in their entirety, their reasoning is fear that the wrong person gets their hands on this knowledge and uses it to destroy. But unfortunately, the people who make these decisions these days are not that pure of heart. I know most of the Archmages. Some of them I've never even seen, but the ones I do know, they cling to their power like it was air itself. I don't know. I've only ever wanted to try and do what's right. Amity has only ever wanted to do what is right.
How did I earn that?
A few days ago.
That is why she so quickly earned my respect and admiration. There are very few people like that. Very few.
Was it great? Was great, Mama. Was great.
And unfortunately, people like those at the college will suppress people like her, people like us. And we must be very careful.
Anywho, I agree. Him only.
Remember to pay your taxes.
Walk between him and me like you did. So good on you for being smart enough to walk around.
Did you happen to see Kelly on your way back here? She left with a bunch of armored knights.
She's just outside.
Oh,
A bunch of knights.
yes. Quite a few heavily armored ones, and I think she's still with them. Alright. One's following her around. So, can't tell if,
I see. Miss Kelly?
Yes, hello.
I'm going to be late if you keep me waiting.
I apologize. Would you mind standing outside the door? While I finish this conversation, I was in the middle of one, but before.
The contract states I need to be at your side.
Ah, yes, well, this is college business, and your contract means nothing to that. If you step inside, I will vaporize you. Come, Miss Kelly. Please don't test my patience, and
are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm not even going to ask. I will leave that to your friends to figure out.
I'm fine. I'm so sorry for wasting everyone's time. They can continue on.
He's going to use the usual calming spell he's used before, that you've lost your mind before tests and such, and you'll calm slowly. Have a seat, have some tea. Calming spell, nothing invasive. I do not mean to be so, you know what? I'll make the tea myself.
Oh, right.
No. I have been warned that there's a presence there that might try to push us back. I am not sure what.
Is she
You see him
often
very
like this?
lazily using his wand, levitating water into the pot, starting the fire, nothing by hand. Any moment now, I'm sure. To answer your question, no. I would assume something has taken place to agitate her.
Their words, they remind me of you.
Everything's okay. Everything's fine.
Oh, so?
I just need some help.
Inquisitive. Willing to listen.
One of the greatest faults and one of the greatest
There's a few things that,
positive
we
traits I
need
have ever
to
come
talk
across.
about, yes.
Wanting to seek the truth often leads to death, I'm afraid, but those who are willing to brave it and come back with the truth
Just
change
to let you know
the
that
world.
that gentleman
You
out
already
there,
know this.
he's because
Of
I
course.
hired Duran. And Twidian,
You're already on that
he
path,
said
whether
the
you believe
amount
it
of
or
money
not.
that I had given him was a bit far too much. And so,
I suppose we shall
as
see.
good patronage to that,
We shall.
he has given me one of his mercenaries as a bodyguard.
For how long?
A week or so. Oh, thank you.
Of course, as thanks.
Work may be difficult to
Thank
find.
I have limited time. I can answer a few of your questions before I must return to the college.
You patrol, you get vibes.
You have perhaps 5 minutes of my time.
Yes, good babe. Good enough at work.
Right. A lot of my questions were actually answered by Amity, surprisingly enough.
I'm not surprised.
Do they have any other names for the ones that attacked you all? I find it confusing to discuss umbrals in such a broad term.
Yes, the problem with this is because the information is so new, people are using umbral as a blanket statement. You and I both know that it's not just umbral. It's not that at all. Anything that comes from the other side of the coin is technically umbral, and then if you go further than that, it's void. But still, the phrases I've heard is the hunger, and there was a man here who claimed to be part of an order, a scribe of sorts. He called them the Shadow. Other than that, I haven't heard any specific terms.
Perhaps
What
if
about
we
either of
start
you?
openly calling them the Hunger, it might catch on. Hunger is rightfully
It's a
terrifying.
good term.
Well,
It's a good term
it's
for
not
them.
so much us calling it something in particular, but more so why were they referenced as those names in the first place? You see, umbral comes from a general knowledge and misunderstanding of the umbral. But the hunger and shadow must have already been established. Something like that someone doesn't just call them that overnight. There is meaning behind it, and whoever knows that should be able to give answers. You had told me that
I
you were
believe-
involved in something. Please.
I believe it was one of the older mages, maybe Halifax? I'm terrible with names. It was one of the older mages that called them the Hunger. I think that was after. I think it was after the information was given that someone was turned into one of the umbrals after the attack, or the Hunger.
Yes. There have been more cases of that as well, I'm afraid. I have been trying to look over the body and receptacle and cause that you gave me, and I've been making very little progress, I'm afraid. The information and items I've requested from the proctor are very slow to arrive. I've been working with the basics, to be honest, but no real progress. I'm sorry.
I assume that's deliberate on their part then.
I would like to think not, but it is possible. I already said to Miss Kelly that when the proctor sent me with a handful of novices to respond to the disquiet at the Nexus, a number of my colleagues told me I was not supposed to come back. So I do not think I'm on good terms with the good dear proctor. A shame. The man is very knowledgeable, very well spoken. Only cares about power, however. I digress, forgive me. The only thing I can offer... Yes, the only thing I can offer is... some of your townsfolk, I believe I was speaking to the captain of the guard or someone, They said while you were fighting, someone had something of the sort that it never eats, it never sleeps, never tires, or something of the sort. Very specific things to be said.
Did say that.
We have to find whatever this prior knowledge is. It's all been hidden. For all the wrong reasons.
John, that's Paladin said that.
Right.
You mean? Right.
I'm sorry?
We have a friend who has gone wandering. And we haven't been able to find them. I believe they're the person that you're speaking of. I sadly wasn't there, but I remember the talk about certain things, and I hear things around.
Is this the one you included in your letter? What was his name?
John.
Right, yes, John.
The only page I ever sent
We have
in,
to
yes.
find him soon. What happened to
Felix?
We're afraid.
It might happen to him
Could
too.
What would be the reason for believing such a thing?
He has a mark on his back.
Dark scars of a previous attack that he doesn't remember.
That wouldn't make any sense. I'm sorry, my dear, but something like that. We've seen proof time and again that if you are afflicted by these creatures, you turn. You are devoured. It takes minutes, seconds.
Not
I
always.
think it's been
There was
set dormant. In my opinion.
possibly
Have
that,
you
but there's
heard
also that one
anything as
person I was
such?
able to save.
There are those
First
that
of all-
will find you, and if they catch you, steal your mind. And some your body.
Do they learn? Do they learn from their victims?
Yes.
And it has to be what that is then. We have to find him more than anything now.
He stormed off a few days ago, and we were hoping he would return, but he went through a portal with a random set of runes, and we don't know where he went.
I asked the Guardian, and he does not remember because it wasn't that same Guardian that was there. So
I don't mean to sound edged or uncaring. But in the grand scheme of it all, is this really what you should worry of?
If he could turn into a creature like Felix, then would that not be a danger?
Because Olivera saw visions.
Saw visions, and I felt the same energy. I felt it in his presence. I didn't know what it was before.
What sort of visions?
It was just an eavesdrop. I could barely hear. I just remember him saying, pulling apart and purple tabards, and I put two and two together.
He's claimed that he's seen the scenario that they were in, and that it was a hopeless situation, that there was hundreds of replays of everyone dying over and over and over again.
That's impossible.
Is it?
That's what he saw.
He hid into something.
Should it not be?
He said that.
I would assume something like that would only be available to those who proctor time itself. There are no known recordings of mortals outside of supposed prophecy, but even those can be interpreted however they wish. Do you feel there is
I
some
did-
basis to this.
Logi? Are you alright?
Yes.
I am heading there now.
I did mention last time that you were here, the Chronicler. Did I not?
Yes. And I also recall you telling me that somebody you had spoken to about a particular artifact made you question this chronicler.
Well, that's well. But we also talked with a person who did the finishing blow upon that titan of which we fought. And he states that the chronicler assisted him.
Something like that would be remiss. Any texts that speak about any sort of chronicler or ebb and flow and any of those that perpetuate time or observe it, the same thing is present in every single scroll, that to interfere with time is disallowed, and that such a thing cannot be done. The ramifications are not clear because no one knows, but if you are saying that the very being who observes time and its events orchestrated an event themselves, something like that would be not only cataclysmic but selfish, regardless of how helpful it might have been. That could have drastic results.
He altered an anchor point. There's a phrase that was said.
Altered an anchor point. How do you know it was an anchor point?
In time.
Because of what Olivera had stated, saying that he had only seen that scene play over and over and that we lost every single time.
Your stream audio was muted, Lyra, when you crashed.
Every single time he said that we lost. And then suddenly we didn't.
Yes, which is all very well and good, my dear. You cannot cling to the first thing that you hear and assume it to be truth. An anchor point, from the way it's been explained, is something that must happen always. No matter how terrible, how great, it must be preserved as a moment in time that always takes place because it affects too much for it to change. How do you know that he changed an anchor point instead of creating one?
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's a lot to think about, I know. Now let's pass over that for now. It is more semantics than anything else.
Right. I'm sorry.
No, there's no reason to be sorry. Everything's fine. Stressful, yes, but you've done nothing today. Probably. Look,
No.
How do I put this? It's important that the bigger picture is focused upon, in terms of, I'm not telling you to disregard anything else, but what I am saying is to try and ensure that while you are aware of the peripherals, we focus on the fact that there are other things that are in motion. This pacer is still missing, from what I understand. That ebb and flow requested you to find this pacer, which is also
And I thought
strange.
we'd get more answers about that with where we went, and I didn't. And then if I did, I don't remember.
Something to reach out about, I'm sure.
How's the rest of your day then?
I know who has it,
So far,
but I just don't know where he's put it.
decent.
This Daedalus.
Yes, that's all anyone currently asks for.
Yes, I did some snooping of my own.
Yeah.
Chat roll D20.
I have not rested in like.
After you brought up the name, I looked around a bit, spoke to some of my colleagues,
Go ahead.
and to my peers.
Not exactly trying to hog the bench.
No.
The name Daedalus isn't exactly a moniker as I thought it was. In fact, it existed a long time ago, very long. It's quite old. I don't see how the two could correlate, but there is no other records of a Daedalus at the College of Magi other than this one. Whoever they are a very powerful benefactor of the College of Magi, and have also been missing for millennia. If they are the same person. No one's bat an eye at their return. No one that I know, at least.
A very terrifying man.
I should probably get back to making sure nothing is.
I've never come face to face with them, but I shall keep an eye out if I do.
Of course.
See if I can figure anything out.
Okay. Oh, of course.
The real question, Miss Kelly, Miss Aurelie, is what do you do next?
Even if it doesn't seem like the bigger picture,
Do you know how to test magical affinity?
we find John.
Most that I know is first you
Because
find
he's part of
This-
certain things,
some kind of elemental circle.
besides just
Put yourself in
the
the elemental circle.
hunger
Maybe
situation.
brings out your energy.
And sadly, I need answers for that.
I was wondering if you want to.
This John that they talk about, I don't know much about them, but they swear he's tied to a lot of the things happening here regarding the Umbral. Perhaps a lead of sorts. I do not know.
If you believe it will be of
Unfortunately,
assistance.
I think it might. Unfortunately, however, though, I must return to the college. I do not know why the proctor let me go, but I'm sure that he would not be happy if I left the college grounds. So I'll have to return.
But Andy, Master Andy, this is a picture I've
It's a private
drawn
residence.
of Daedalus if you've seen him. It is it is basically drawn from her perspective. It looks like she was terrified.
Hold on.
No, I'm afraid I haven't. But I'll hold on to it. And if I see it, I will send you a message.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Whatever is going on with them, be careful.
Thank you again for everything.
As I said, Miss Kelly is very intuitive, and pokes her nose where it doesn't belong. And now that it's there, she has no choice but to run forward. I trust you will all keep up with her, keep her safe.
Of course.
Graceful as always, Lady Unicorn. Miss Kelly, stay out of trouble.
Do my best.
He swings the hand to the right, and you can feel the pull.
I don't believe you, but I like to. Just stay alive.
Move the hand to the left,
And of course,
then back and forth, nothing.
these people will take care of you. They're your friends and allies. You know how to get a hold of me if you need me.
Quite a good eye.
I am not the most combative,
I think
but
someone mentioned it in passing, and
I promise
it
they
was
will not get their hands on you again.
sniffing around.
No, I know better this time.
Dandy.
Try walking.
Sorry.
This way. Tap it on the ground.
You wouldn't happen to know
Lower.
any way that we could find someone who doesn't want to be found.
Okay.
That's right.
Give a
That's
hint
what I
of
thought about the
direction.
ball point. That's why I took my switch
And put it on the ground. See, you tap the ground to show where you go.
Whenever one's heart feels torn,
Now,
or they are unsure of where to go next or what to do with themselves,
easing them forward.
oftentimes they will seek
To the right.
solace. If
Forward
they do
again.
not know what
To the
solace
left.
is to them, perhaps they will seek it in places they've been taught it should be
Move
found.
out of the way. Okay.
If your friend is confused and does not know what this means, or what it should mean to him, it may very well be hard to find them at all.
I did not see eyes. I did not see
Perhaps
eyes.
looking in places where
It's blind. That's
It is.
they will
Okay,
find
alright,
purpose.
alright. Calm down. Calm down. It isn't hostile, it just has trouble finding its way around. It does appear to be blind.
No sooner does Master Verdandi leave than you see flits of leaflets and paper fall in front of him, those from the college students and whatnot, leaving him mail as he swipes them away with a hand, gracefully descending the steps and onto the road of Common. You sense an aura of
Try talking to it.
calm about him, of course. He only just casted a spell recently of calm.
maybe train them.
And as he gracefully tucks away several letters and leaflets within his pockets, he continues down toward the Nexus. There is a worry about him. Of course, one of his most treasured students is partaking in things she, well, at least to him, knows better. But at least that sense of pride, of one free, unlike he, as of today.
Okay. Deep breath.
So,
Your guard is back.
he can come in. You can come in. Now talk is over.
Don't let me interrupt you.
Right, yes. Actually, I need to talk to him in private for just one moment, Miss O'Reilly. Just if you can stand outside the door just for a moment so I can do that. Of course. Great.
As you walk out the door, Aurelia, you hear the man, the giant of a man, shifting his weight left and right. So you hear the creaking of his armor and the creaking of the leather.
Can you set up another connection?
So we are in need of actually finding him. Anyways, besides,
I'm gonna patch you
Yes,
into the telepathy. So he's able to speak
would I
with us
be able
and the
to
rat.
allow Aurelie to
Alright.
help me look?
Hello.
As long as I don't tell her why I'm looking.
Ori, I'm rolling for you.
Okay.
The 7? It's too loud out here, you don't hear anything.
I have my test.
Yes, I'm right here.
And if I stay here and I keep my mouth shut, will you go grab Duran and ask him?
I believe it is one.
Well, no.
Deception for one so small.
Fine, then I'll send him
Live
a
and
bloody letter.
learn.
Can you read so you can check to see what I'm doing?
Don't worry about
Duran.
it. You French?
Getting angry and frustrated because there's so much at stake, more than just finding a man.
What are you looking for?
Am I able to use Orieli to find John? That is my letter to him.
If you're looking for food,
Give me a sense of smell roll.
you can find it at the
Sure.
If somebody's over there.
As an 18, my friend. Do with that as you will.
That's a hard denial of senses, my friend.
over here.
You unsure what it is?
No,
Great knight.
not over
Great
there.
mercenary, as the man you are. This room has the residual trace of spells that have been casted on it many times in the past.
Over here.
Or as you know, you smell something. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what it is. First Sanctuary recently fell in this place and was dispelled as well, which keeps noses where they're not supposed to be, and prying eyes where they're not supposed to be as well. But there's still that hold and trace, an annoying pull. Oh, how you've come to despise magic as such. It is always so much easier to solve things by the sword.
Probably not much of a
Right.
danger.
So, God, if you heard me, if you can tell Duran he got a sending letter just plopped in his hand, that would be wonderful. Yeah. And now we wait to see if he shows up over here, or if,
Come on now. You're going the wrong way. Turn around.
we have to wait.
Hello, Falbean. How can I assist you today? Are you injured, perhaps?
Is something wrong?
I hate to do this. Why can't I have anybody? Why is it just me? Would you be able to answer me that question?
Why don't we go away from Sorielli?
Over to tavern. Drink. Food. Resting place. No.
Oh, I guess I let it back.
I'm leaving this in your
Let it
two's
back in
hands.
because then I'm going to want to
need
ask
go
her,
and
but
check with everyone.
Yes.
Stop.
Pleasure to meet you, Sir Rat. With a large tome you have upon your back.
And that's what I was afraid of.
Only issue is that the only way I can think about doing any of
Shame
this
I
is
cannot
with her
read.
magic. She has true sight. But if Duran won't let me have her as a helping hand, I don't know what I can do as just me.
Please, I wish
Pressing
not
buttons.
to be touched. Good day, Sir Rat.
Fine then. He's not going to answer my letter fast enough.
If it becomes like a constant issue, more than likely what I'll do is I'll find some other. Well, basically, I'll just stop using camera
I
stuff,
need to speak to Mr. Duran about
and we'll find some other means so people
Accompany you?
aren't
I
encouraged
sadly
to metagame.
again. I am
Understood.
I am so sorry, Ori.
It's okay. I'm going to go up to the mountain, or the plateau, and get some more sunlight, perhaps.
You should let our friend know where you're going.
Yes. I'm going to talk to my little Fae friend. Little Fae friend, are you here yet? Little Fae friend? Alma? Was it?
Hmm.
I can't remember
I
your
suppose
full
you do
name,
mean
my
me.
dear. I'm sorry.
My name is Amity.
Yes. Amity.
Yes.
Mortal names are such a struggle for me sometimes. I apologize. I only
I
know mine
understand.
because everyone
I am
keeps
not
calling
accustomed
me.
to so many people willing to give their names. Or asked to take mine.
Indeed. Indeed. Would you like to go to the plateau and just be in some sunlight? I'm starving.
I suppose so, yes. You do not mind.
Of course. Perhaps we can start working on your pseudonym or personality. Your persona. We could claim you're from the Feywilds, that is where I am from, and people would not question a Fey being looking as elegant as you do.
We look nothing alike.
We do not, but the Feywilds is full of wild and strange creatures. You could claim to be a number of them, or even just a Fey creature people won't question too hard.
Perhaps.
Shall we talk in the sunlight?
Yes.
At least start on figuring out who you could be so you don't have to hide.
You know, we're also different, you and I. We're just hungry. Oh, yeah, nope, you're not gonna.
Sounds like there's quite a lot of people around. Hopefully, Plateau itself isn't as populated. Are you familiar at all with the creatures on the side of the coin?
Not in particular. As I said before, I was born on the other side. My previous
fair,
trip
but
here. Well, I suppose it was for some time, but... Oh. Most of it was spent in
all right.
captivity.
Sorry to hear that. I myself have went through something similar, thanks to mortals on the side of the plane as well. But perhaps less harsh conditions.
I do not know.
But well, we have a quick summary, since you are to be trusted and part of our inner group. Unicorns do not look how I do. I am a outliner, and that is due to humans getting into the minds of the elves that live nearby. But you can claim to be also from the Feywilds, be another creature from there, taking this form, or perhaps this is your true form if you'd like. You're able to blink out of existence, so there's quite a few possibilities that you could claim.
I was once called a witch by one of the mages. What is a witch?
A witch is a magic user that does not go to school, to my understanding. They live like a hermit. That could be very easily something you are, especially if you desire to get a large hat. Pointed and wide-brimmed. You would fit actually quite perfectly to be a witch. Though, people then would assume you are a magic caster and expect you to know more spells than just to vanish.
Such as what?
Let's see, there's a hag that is here, which is similar to a witch. They know levitate, they know how to summon a sword, I believe. Others would know fireball, different levels of magic.
I have created ice before. And as far as blades go,
Oh. There we go. You could very easily claim to be a witch then. Since you don't know much from the side, I would suggest that you claim that you are from the Feywild, because it's very easy to be lost in there and never see anyone for years upon years. I
see.
I took shelter in the forest myself, and I say it's been a while when people say it's been well over a couple thousand years. Yeah. So, witch from the Feywilds. And let's see, why would you have come here then? Perhaps. I know that Kelly and John, along with another swordsman, I don't remember who it was, they mentioned him. They recently went to the Feywilds and came back. You could have followed them here and been slowly adjusting to seeing more people.
I suppose this would do, yes. This seems a good enough lie.
I apologize, I'm not the wittiest one of the group. My job tends to consist of just healing everyone. I'm just a life magic wielder, that is all.
I see.
There anything that comes to your mind that I could maybe help with right now?
I suppose eventually I will require food again.
Right. I was handed some bread, but I'm trying to avoid eating. Would you like it?
I suppose so. Thank you.
Go ahead. Yes, the people here are quite kind. Some are quite overly rich. So if you ever struggle with anything, you can just ask them, and half of the time they will just provide it to you. Sometimes they'll tease you for not having it yourself and then toss it at you. Minor cruelties.
It seems strange. Ridiculing
Mortals are just
someone
strange.
for a lack of currency.
Indeed. It was quite strange.
It is very warm here.
Is it colder from where you're at? Or from where you're from?
Yes.
People tend to travel to a lot of different places to fight the hunger. Perhaps if you get a little bit homesick, they'll be going to places more north, so you can feel the cool again. Or if you like the heat, I hear there's many more islands nearby as well.
I suppose it is not entirely unpleasant.
I prefer the warmth. I always make sure that my part of the forest is always in springtime. More comfortable. Alright, do you want to try meeting new friends?
I suppose this would do. Do you have anyone in particular that you trust?
Let me see if they're in town.
As you look down over Redwall, Oriele, you can't put your finger on it. You're unsure as to why. But with an 18, you just have this feeling of dread in your belly. You don't know what it is or what caused it, but it's like a lead pit.
Ori.
Yes.
Hi. I think, I did a little bit of thinking. And, I was asking Duran about how long he was going to be by my side. It's going to be roughly about a week. I'm going to split this job with you, if that's all right. If this makes sense. I'm going to be doing the looking for John myself. And if I find anything, I'll let you know.
Kelly,
Yes.
what do you mean by yourself?
It's fine. It's fine. Well, this wouldn't technically be by myself. I have somebody to make sure that I'm safe and sound, of course. I just think that if I go and look for him, maybe I'll find him a little faster with less emotions in the way.
I see. Right. I'm still learning to process these kind of things anyway. I would not want to.
Right. You'll
Hold you
run
back
into
from
being
finding.
mortal and whatnot, and I wouldn't want you to feel bad if certain things occurred. So, with that being said, I
Certain
wanted
things
you to know-
occurred.
Don't stop crying, please. Right.
Kelly, what's the truth?
That is the truth. Ori, I can't have your emotions messing up my search. That's what it is.
That lead ball turns into a cannonball in your stomach. It feels weighty, insurmountable, and everything feels wrong.
Don't let him know. We can't know.
With a natural 20, even how you feel. You cannot make out what the knight said, but as they walk away, you hear Kelly mutter under her breath, as she herself is quietly crying, Right. She mustn't know. That is all you hear.
Kelly!
You haven't spent long here amongst these people, but it's clear to see that the enemy has infected many of the hearts that are here. The collapse of civilization almost took place back then. Your parents spoke of it many, many times. The shadow, the hunger, whatever they want to call it, would seep into the hearts of those they are around, pulling upon their greatest desires, pulling upon their emotions, their fears, their horrors. You're seeing it already take place here. You're not sure if you are just in time or too late. At this point, it's hard to tell.
As you're about to do that, I want to know what you're going to do.
He has no idea what she's even doing. I mean, he's not gonna do anything.
Okay. Rolling. With a 5, there's a myriad of emotions that come through. Anger, betrayal, fear, horror, sorrow. You can see images of Durant pointing a finger at you in Kelly's shoes. You can see images of his eyes, steely and cold. You see pictures of the knight that is behind her currently standing with a hand on the hilt of his sword over your shoulder. And you see an image of John. The rest of it is just a cacophony of emotions. A failed
End of session. End of session.